And welcome to Benchmonster TV.
I'm Ashley Lynn Condre.
And I am the Bench Monster.
Thank you for joining us this week on Benchmonster TV. It's good to have you here.
I got my readers on.
You know, we're both wearing glasses.
Yeah, we're falling apart. I have a birthday and then all of a sudden my vision starts to go. It's weird.
Your vision's been going for a while.
We start out the show by wishing Dan Logman a speedy recovery.
Thinking about him. And
He went to the meet. We'll showcase a lot of the lifts from the Shamrock Showdown, and Dan did awesome out there, and he had his rotator cuff surgery on Tuesday. Wish him a speedy recovery, and hopefully we get him back 6 months, hopefully, and we'll start building back up. So, Ashley, you got some things going on in your life. You were sick for 3 days last week.
Yeah, I almost wasn't even going to be on the show. I haven't been at work this week.
It looked like flu for 3 days.
I thought it was flu, but it wasn't getting any better. It was only getting worse. And so my mom made me go to the ER on Tuesday.
Yes.
And it turned, like, they did, I think, some sort of scan. Was it a CT scan?
I don't know what they did.
Some sort of scan.
I had to get to the gym. I'm sorry.
You left.
Yeah,
You
I can't
left
miss a workout. Sorry.
My mom was there with me. And it turned, the scan showed that I have an artery, like, wrapped around my pancreas. that's causing the stomach issues and everything. So
Ashley's been on a liquid diet for the last.
I can't eat regular food till I go see a specialist and find out more about like how bad it is, because the doctor in the ER didn't know much about it. He just knew that's what was going on and felt like that was probably what was causing my problems.
But she's eating mashed potatoes, protein shakes. I took her to McDonald's for chocolate shake, get some calories because you're losing weight.
Yeah, I've lost 12 pounds this week.
I've lost 22, but I'm trying to.
He's trying to.
I'm on a diet, so getting the veins popping again. Gonna lean up for summer, and then bulk up for October. There's a meet coming to my gym, and who knows? Maybe we'll see. Exciting show tonight. I want to first start off the show with what I received from Mary Askew at the Shamrock Showdown after the bench flight was over.
She's been planning it for months, and we all knew about it.
I didn't know about it. Caught me off guard. She called me to the scores table, and she made a great speech. We didn't get that on video. Ashley,
so bad. I took pictures, but it didn't hit me until Mary and Larry had both. Mary and Larry had both given their speeches, and then I was like, "Why am I not recording this?" I didn't realize like people were going to come up and talk.
Yeah.
And so I
AJ
really
Roberts came up, and Hunter Henderson. Yeah, and it brought a tear to my eye. I'm not gonna lie.
You'll see in the watch the Hunter Hernandez. After he's done and you hug him, you walk away and you're tearing out. You're choking.
Yeah, I was. It meant a lot to me. Yeah. And I got this awesome belt buckle here.
Isn't that cool?
It says, if you can read it, the GOAT Ryan Benchmonster Kennelly 1075.
She put a lot of work into that. And
you know, when I opened up and saw it, and you know, I've been called Benchmonster, I've been called Legend, to be called the GOAT. Not like Ed Cohn's the real GOAT powerlifter.
The GOAT of bench.
Of bench. If I can be that, I'm happy with my life. Well, but this is a really cool belt buckle, and I intend to wear it. I don't care how big it is. I'm gonna wear it. I wear it around my neck too, like a chain.
I was gonna put it on the. Or not. I was gonna put it on the fireplace.
I want to wear it. I want to sport that thing.
You just never wear jeans.
I never wear jeans. That's true. Very rarely.
But it's so cool. It's like a nice decoration piece on the.
I don't really wear jeans, and I got some nice pants too, some $300 ones. Like, yeah. So let's start off with this lifetime achievement. This is the videos Ashley sent me. I kind of put them together. I slowed some parts down so it has more effect, and I left the audio on. So let's enjoy it. I'm gonna kill my audio and let you guys enjoy this.
Greatest bencher ever. At 17, meeting your hero is something special. And this guy probably thought I was just some annoying little kid asking a million questions, but he answered every single question. Finally had to go to the bathroom, and so when I saw him at WIB Worlds, I started asking more questions, and he answered those questions, and he's continued to do that for the last 21 years. He's one of the greatest benchers, but he's also one of the greatest humans in the sport, and it's people like him that make powerlifting so great. So thank you, Ryan.
Ryan Kennelly is like synonymous with those names in the sport of powerlifting. So to have a day where we could spend, you know, even in his presence, you know, to give us that energy and that drive. Like I know for myself, I've committed 16 years to this sport, many injuries, many hospital stays, and I can tell you that you know, there hasn't been a workout where I haven't, you know, watched a Ryan Kennelly video to get hyped up on the way to the gym, or, you know, listen to that, you know, grinder, you know, getting ready to bench and getting your hair standing on end, and, you know, it, you know, keep doing what you're doing, Ryan, and keep promoting the young people to continue bench pressing, and tell them about all the amazing things and all the cool experiences that you've had, because the more we hear that and the more we get to like hear from you, you know, the more generations are going to come that are going to want to chase after that and be like you. So, you know, we appreciate everything you've done, man.
Oh, you cut it off before it showed you choke it up.
Well, it choked me up, man. I didn't see that coming. I guess Larry was supposed to speak, and that was it. Mary?
Well, no, I didn't know Larry was going to speak.
Oh.
I didn't know anybody but Mary was going to speak.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have, like, planned something.
When everybody got up there, man, it was hard to hold back. That meant a great deal. Hunter, super nice
I know,
guy.
I missed the beginning of his speech where he's talking about how Ryan's like the Michael Jordan and the Tiger Woods of bench pressing.
It just,
For that many times.
yeah. And AJ, man, I mean, yeah. We can't hear it when we play it because there'll be an audio feedback thing. I'm glad I couldn't hear it because I'd probably tear up again. So
No, it was
that meant
very
a lot
special.
to me, guys.
It turned out really nice.
That was, I didn't see it coming, and it hit me like a ton
We've
of
all been
bricks.
talking about it this. I almost blew it the day that she texted me about it because I didn't know it was this like. I guess that was stupid. I should have known it was a secret. I almost went and showed you, look what they're gonna do, but for some reason I didn't. And then the next text she sent was, make sure you don't tell Ryan this is a secret. A surprise.
You kept
I
it a
was like,
secret.
Oh God, okay.
I was blind.
Yep.
Yeah, that it
We were
hit
all talking
home.
about it.
Made my year.
Okay,
Yeah.
It turned out really nice.
We're gonna move into some videos because we got quite a lot to play. A lot of lifts at the Shamrock Showdown, and some ones I pulled from the internet. Some
2 weeks worth of videos.
2 weeks of videos. I mean, I can't do like an hour's worth of videos. I save some for next week and all that stuff. But we're gonna start off with Paul Loeffler here, doing a 460 to a 2-board using a figure 8 bench band. It says I need an image, so I got to put this thing up so you don't see us. And let's check him out. A figure 8 bench band. I don't have one of those. Looks like a thinner bench band.
You don't have that?
I don't have that. I don't know who makes it. Is that a Fate thing or a Dark Side thing? I am not sure.
What was it called?
It's called the Figure 8 bench band. That's what he posted.
Probably Fate then.
Okay. Yeah, 8.
I don't know.
Yeah, 8.
I'm guessing.
Paul Loeffler kicking
Nice.
ass and
That was
taking
great.
names, man. Love it.
Yep, really good.
Oh, gotta get the backing off here. There we are. I hate these glasses. You know where I bought these? The 99-cent store.
At least those have both their arms.
Yeah, the one
Who wears
upstairs.
a pair that only has one.
Yeah. I'm a
One thing.
cheapskate. I don't want to buy 99 cents. All I'm doing.
Should have gotten you a bunch for your birthday.
I look like a idiot, but that's how it is.
You look smart.
Mr. John Elick gave me, I talked to him. He has the same problem. What do you call it?
It's just when you get older.
Older. Yeah. But he has a drops that he puts in his eyes, and for 6 hours, he doesn't have to wear readers.
Oh, wow.
I need it's a prescription, so I'm gonna have to go to a doctor and all that. But
Cool.
let's go see Dan Logman here perform at the Shamrock Showdown.
Let's do it.
Dan had a torn rotator cuff. Didn't stop him from competing. He went there and swung his sword and went out in flames, and he did damn
Exactly
well.
what he got more than what he was.
More than what he wanted. And as you know, we did stop speed benching 6 weeks prior to the meet, and Dan was faster than ever. I mean, I've never seen in his warm-ups, I think he did 600 to a 1-board, and it came up so fast. I just never seen Dan this explosive and speedy. Everything just came together. I'm happy for him.
Yep.
Do I need backings? It says no, but we'll see. I'm gonna have to put them up. So Dan Logman's first lift is 612. We do not have that video. I have his second lift, which is in a 2-ply F8. Let me look here. And it's 717. So let's check out that. I think I need a backing because it says second and third need backing. So let's check out Dan's 717 here. Dan was on fire, and I'm proud of him. Brought our crew down, 3-man handoffs here. just like in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Great control. Come down a little faster than it does in the gym. Hit that sweet spot. Boing.
Nice. Easy.
Way to go, Dan, dude.
Well done, sir.
That was his second attempt in a 2-ply. Now he slips into the 3-ply, and we're going to go 749. So let's put up the
That's his second attempt.
third attempt.
His third attempt was 804. His
804.
first was, I think, 715. His second was...
Okay, his third third was in a 3-ply F8, and it's 749.5. Thank you, Ashley. Got to put a backing up. Let's check out Dan, 749.5. I've seen a lot of lifts in my days, and when I saw this, I knew he had 800 in him, but he just misgrooved it at the bottom, an inch.
He'll be there.
He'll be there. Dan was on fire, man. I'm proud of him. He trained fucking hard. He showed up. Torn rotator cuff. I knew, straight line, spread that
Beautiful.
fucking bar. Dude.
Couldn't have been much.
Makes me happy.
I was very happy for him. I was glad
Yeah.
he got to have a really good meet before having his surgery and go,
I want to show him lifts that people miss a lot, but the 800 came down about an inch from touching. It kind of rolled forward a little bit, and it tried to correct it. It came up and kind of stuck him
I
here.
thought it came up.
It came up, yeah. I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
The 800 was there. 800, no doubt in my mind. But we're going to move on now to, well, congratulations, Dan. We want you back. Heal up quick. But we got to do the right
Definitely
things, though.
thinking
Don't
about
come
it.
back fast. Come
So
back
be patient.
slow.
I know it's hard.
Physical therapy, range of motion, all that good stuff. We're going to get you back. And we ain't going nowhere. Next up is BJ Dirk. I have 2 of his lifts. BJ was on fire himself. And I have his first attempt, 850, and his second attempt, 931. So we're going to take a look at that. If you want to get technical, 850.9. He's at 256 body weight. So let's check out BJ Dirk's 850 opener. He's got this shirt down. He's got the based out feet, solid form. A shirt technician here.
Jesus.
Speed bench.
Easy.
BJ doesn't do speed work. We are just explosive people. I'm proud of him. Now we're going to move on to 931.4 at 256 body
This
weight.
was a PR, right?
This was a big PR. This is a big PR. And he had the 1,000 in him too, but just a little misgroove thing. But oh man, I'm proud of him. Let's check out his 931. I got to put a backing up. Little back angle here. I'm working his arm over there. He's set up. He's pinched. He's based out. 3-man handoff, just like we do in the gym. Perfect handoff. Look at that. Jesus,
Nice.
man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, 1,000 is there, but we're gonna get it next time. Sometimes the bar came down, I think, with 1,000. He went 1051 on a 4th too.
He did.
He's fucking
I
insane,
know
dude.
Mary came over because he had a really scary miss.
Yeah.
And Mary came over. He told me and said, I'm assuming you're done. And he's like, nope, go ahead and load it to 1050.
1050
Like
at
a mental-
256.
I was like, oh
He's-
my god, I can't watch this.
BJ
The first
is
one gave me a heart attack.
BJ is a warrior. He doesn't feel pain. I mean, this perfect guy for our team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I could pay him cash to keep coming down, I would do it, but I'm not the richest man in the world. Let's check out Hunter Henderson. I could only find one of his
He's
lifts.
on here too.
Let me check. Hunter is doing 523 at 148 body weight. I was handing off to him. He went, this is what I got off his Instagram page because my videos wouldn't let me load him as video. It would load him as photos. I don't know what was going on. But let's check out Hunter. Do I need a backing? Yes, I do. Hunter Hernandez, I need a backing. Let's check out his lift here. Where's he at? Right here. This guy is a warrior.
He is.
I want him on my crew. Strong man right there. He had a great day, man. I handed off that 600 and
Yeah, he went for an all-time world record.
612 or something on the 4th. Yeah.
'Cause
and
what was his body weight?
148.
148. It's crazy.
Yeah, very
It's
impressive.
insane.
Humble individual, very
So nice.
just the
So
nicest
nice
guy
to
in the
meet.
world, man. And
Very cool.
hope to see him up here in October for the IPA Washington
really
State
cool.
meet at our gym. Be really cool to have him up here.
Definitely. Where's he from? Do you know?
Las Vegas.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we gotta visit him.
Yeah, totally.
That's a cheap flight.
Definitely.
AJ Roberts got a PR at this
Hell
meet.
yeah.
He showed up.
Got to see him compete twice in the last month. It's special.
Last man standing, and this contest. We were handing off for him, so we've never handed off to AJ, so we had to start in the warm-up, figure out how he takes it, where he wants the bar, because I don't want to mess up.
No.
And let's check out AJ Roberts, 9:25.9, a PR for AJ Roberts, and I got to put a backing up here. Where is AJ? Boom. Looks like I'm handing off. I want to do it right. I don't want to screw it up.
Pull your hand off, master. I don't think you could screw one up.
Leading spread that bar.
Perfect.
You had more in you too, AJ, I swear. Great job,
More for
dude.
next time.
And I believe he is cutting some body weight too. We talked about it a little bit. We're
Oh,
both
is
dropping a little body weight. Yeah. It's pretty easy to put body weight on. I mean, I was 313 2 weeks from the Arnold, and I went up to 346 or something. So,
Yeah,
That's
Dave
what
Tate
I-
thought that was hilarious that you peaked for the Arnold.
yeah. Oh, Dave Tate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kept commenting on it. That was pretty
Yeah, I want to go out to the Arnold small.
That was like the first thing he said. He was like, "Did you seriously peak for the Arnold?"
Just to go walk around
when
and be
when he
big.
first saw you, I was
Yeah.
like, "He really did."
That was a lot of weight to put on quick. But in 1 week at Mary's meet, I weighed in front of Heinz. I was 346 in the morning. I came home, started my diet on Monday. By Saturday, I was 322. Just let the water out. So, gonna get some vascularity going here and let the blood pressure come down, all that good stuff. Try to get pretty. I know I'm not that pretty, but I'm.
You're pretty.
Oh, thank you. Even if I'm in a neck down, paralyzed in a wheelchair, am I still pretty? You're leaving me still.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Depends what mood I'm in and how you're behaving.
Okay. Next up, we got Tony Carlino. This was kind of interesting because Tony's got the Overkill band shirt. I picked the biggest lift he did because I was told by somebody that he tried 1201 and got it almost to a 2-board or something. In the Overkill Reaper shirt. So Overkill is making band shirts now. That's awesome. And let's check out Tony Carlino. I got to put a backing up. I'm sorry about this stuff here, but that's how the show works. We've had Tony on the show before. That looks like an aggressive band shirt. If you can't get that 1200 to a 2-board, oh, you got it there. Holy shit.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Like I remember like back when you got in trouble and you were gone. He started he was like messaging me, checking on you.
Really?
And so I started following him, and like his bench press was nowhere near. I mean, I think it was more like
2013? Yeah.
somewhere in there. Yeah, he's made so much progress. It's been so cool to see. But it was really cool because he was constantly checking on you. And
I appreciate that. You really know who your true friends are when you're down and out. Had some so-called acquaintances here that were running around saying I'm going to be gone for 25 years. And yeah,
all
thanks,
sorts of
bitches.
rumors.
Yeah. Where's my fucking cell phone? I'm calling Jimmy Kolb right now.
What?
This is insane. Jimmy Kolb, 1,200 pounds for a set of 10 reps. I would call him right now and I would put him on live and I would say, Jimmy, you're the baddest motherfucker walking this face of the planet.
Nobody can deny that.
Nope.
That's pretty
This
insane.
is fuck. I mean, I got to get to work. Fuck. I have to go down and train with him or something. I just, this is impressive. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Fucking 1,200 for that amount of time.
You badmouth that, you're just.
I can't hold. I get 1 rep and I got to get on the oxygen tank. You know, I don't have the
Can
endurance.
you imagine doing that for 10?
No, I saw that. I watched it like 10 times. I'm like,
Insane.
Jimmy, when do you? He's got like 3 lungs. It's cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Anyway, 1,200 for a set of 10 reps. I think it's a 2-board or something.
That's,
I need a backing, so let's check this out. This is crazy. I don't think I've held 1,200 yet. I've been up to 1,150.
I think you did 12.
Did I? Oh, a long time
With
ago.
chains. Yeah. You
Fuck,
never-
Jimmy.
never-
No question on lockout strength.
Jeez.
Fuck, man. This is
Talk
just
about time
impressive.
under tension. God.
Oh my God.
Can't imagine that.
He has no fatigue system here. It
Yeah,
just,
they each look smooth.
oh Lord. I thought
Amazing.
I've seen it all.
He just keeps raising the bar, man.
Jimmy, this is an impressive time to be alive, just to see what's going on and see a person like Jimmy Kolb just set that bar
Oh, yeah, he
and
just
do
keeps
things that
raising
are
it. I mean,
unhuman.
oh yeah.
I always refer back to when I did the 800 in 2002, and if somebody, a little birdie, would have landed on my shoulder and said this and this is going to happen in 2023, I said no
Somebody's
way.
gonna be near it raw.
800 raw
somebody
almost, yeah,
doing 1200,
13,
it's
no, it's not going to happen. It's happening.
It's happening.
Pulled this one up because I like strong men, and they bench press once in a while. This is Eddie Hall benching 495. I thought it was cool. He did a few reps with it. Let's check out Eddie Hall. We've seen him box before the next contest. And it's not, we are starting at ground zero with overhead presses like a plate, but we're going to be moving up. So that was Eddie Hall. Roger Brome sent me a video. Roger Brome in a Titan F6 single ply 405 bench on his 55th birthday.
Oh, nice.
Happy birthday, Roger Brome. And I need a backing because all these videos are kind of cropped. Let's check out Roger Brome. Says when he trains, he listens to my table talk.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
That's got so many views.
That's a single ply shirt. Great arch too. Keeping his head back.
No
I'm
hand
jealous.
up, no spot.
I got to bring my head up now because my neck is broke.
Very nice.
Roger, you're kicking ass taking
Happy
names.
birthday.
I watch your videos. I see them all the time. I appreciate you sending me that one. Yeah, my table talk on YouTube's got 69,735 views in 4 weeks.
That's crazy. And so many positive comments.
There's a few haters that don't like
Oh,
me,
did you
but
find some hater? You didn't read any last night when you went them.
no. But there's
didn't
in the
see it.
clip part, there's a few people that trying to be keyboard warriors, prima donna people, poser bozos. That's Roger Brome.
Very nice job, Roger. Great lift. Who we got next?
Showbit Jane sent me some footage here.
See it.
He competed at the Pro League Nationals and benched raw 275.6, 314.16, 336.2. Well, he was which was a 16.5 pound PR.
Nice.
Here's the videos of his second and third attempts. I don't think I need a backing unless I'm gonna screw this up. 314 right here. Showbit on the platform.
Nice.
Got a great arch,
Mm-hmm.
upper thoracic. Everything's working there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice and tight at the
Beautiful.
bottom. The
Yep.
bar didn't sink in.
Gorgeous.
Showbit, awesome lift, 314.
That's really good.
We're going to take a look at his 336 here now.
See it.
He's on a roll.
He is.
No wrist straps, no belt.
Nope.
That's raw.
Yep.
Fighting it out.
Nice. Beautiful.
Nice lift, sir.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Good to see.
I've never heard of the Pro League Nationals. Is that a federation?
Is that the name of the federation or the name of
Competed at the Pro League Nationals. I don't know.
Is Pro League?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Paul Stevens
Nice
sent me a
meet.
video. He's doing a 550 bench in his 2-ply F8. Doesn't say I need a backing. Let's see what happens. This guy's having a lot of fun in this shirt. He's making some PRs all the time. I think it's the same shirt BJ has. Looks like a similar design. Very springy. I need one of those. Good job, Paul. Keep sending me those videos. I appreciate it. Uh-oh. Getting to the bottom here. We've got Ashley's lift coming up. Joel Hicks doing a 605 to a 1.5 board, which is a PR for him.
Nice. See
I don't need a backing for Joel. Let's check it out. He's been training hard too in his shirt, working up. We've seen him progress each week. Learning the groove. Oh, nice
Oh, wow,
pause,
nice.
dude.
That was great.
He's getting strong.
Looking good.
Joel, you're kicking ass. I'm proud of you, son. Oh, my eyes are watering. I did tear up a little bit on that video, just watching it. Wow. Ashley's bench press. Now, talk about the meat. You didn't warm up on a good bench. I'm going to say it. There was a sticky pad Forza that Logman had brought over from the other side of the gym, but all the big guys were on it, and Ashley had to warm up too, and she had to warm up on a real slick pad. and I handed off for
I
her.
think I've ever been on.
Yeah, because I handed
was
off to
literally
her,
sliding.
and when she came down, her back would slip. It was bad, but you know, shit happens. You
And
make
so
do.
I like worked up to pretty close to my opener and missed it twice in the warm up.
Yep.
So that's a great start.
Yeah, that's a
So
rough
I
one.
had to lower my opener,
Yep.
and then I got it, but I got red lighted because
Double dip.
I double dip. Yeah.
We never seen the double dip in the gym.
No, it was not like the gym at all.
No.
Like in the gym,
It's easy.
those numbers would have flown out. Like it didn't even feel the same. It was so weird.
Weird.
I don't know what I don't know.
It just shit
I
happens
think I let the warm up get to me.
in your head.
I did. I tried not to, but like it was. I was terrified to go out there after missing that.
It happened to me when I benched the 800 the first time in the warm up. I did 585 and it went up like 900 in the back. I'm like, I'm done.
Feeling it.
Yeah, but it wasn't
So
done.
my meet that was supposed to be just for fun ended up in tears and
Hey,
heartache.
what is this bench? I didn't have the weight down. That's bad. 175. Let's check it out.
175-ish. No. It's
No,
256.
260 something. Okay, I'm setting you
So
up.
it was supposed to be, my opener was supposed to be 275,
You lowered it to 265.
which was easy in the gym.
I know.
300 was easy in the
She's
gym.
got the new Overkill shirt we bought at the Arnold, and she's gonna have success in it. We're gonna have
I've
her.
only been in it twice. So
You're lifting in October, so get ready. We're gonna fix this. Now, see, now you got a pad you can bench on. That looks good. Uh-oh, backing. Hey, you went out there
on
and
my third attempt, I tried 285, and the spotters saved my face.
oh yeah, because it came back.
Oh yeah, it came back.
Yeah, there were a lot of lifts that came back
We
over
learned
people.
the importance of face savers. One of the bigger lifters, I don't remember what the weight was, had a
860
pretty hard
something.
miss, and like you saw the bar come right down on him, and I was afraid to look, and when you look, the bar was like on the face savers like an inch away.
He had to turn his
half
head.
inch away from his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it happens
Saved
so
his
quick
life.
with band shirts. They come up, and when they start coming back, when I hand off to somebody and I hand it off for him, I have to back away. So I'm further away from the bar, but the side guys were there and they saved him. And that's what happens sometimes.
Luckily, the face savers were set to the
Right height.
But that should face savers are. I learned how important those were that day.
My bench doesn't have face savers. And we're actually going to install some, actually. So let's check out some speed bench and max effort. I don't even know what we're doing.
Okay.
This was coming back from Mary's meet. Let's check out, or maybe it was before. I don't even remember. Let's see what's going on speed bench. I think Hines and myself are focusing on hypertrophy work. 6-6. We decided to do 5 sets of 5 this day. We haven't done any type of speed benching for 6 weeks. Hines and myself been doing a lot of raw 315, yada yada yada. But we're gonna get back into some higher rep stuff here. This was day before Dan's surgery. He showed up.
It was?
Was it?
No.
No.
Because he had a
Friday?
surgery on Tuesday.
Oh, speed bench is
So he would've
Friday.
been there on Monday,
Yeah.
So it was well, no, because Saturday.
My days are all
Yeah,
messed
you're-
up, man. I got Alzheimer's.
The meet was his last on Tuesday.
Okay. Thank you, Ashley. Thanks for helping me. I'm glad you're here. These days just flow one into the other when you speed bench and max effort. Oh, thanks, Meatball, for walking by the camera. That's a penalty point. Chris Logman here, down at 275 body weight, setting records more than he did when he was 295. 500 deadlift. We always pause on the last set here. I know it's only 185 and 75 pounds of band tension, but we got to break ourselves back into this stuff. We actually might have a new prospect on Friday, tomorrow. That's going to come join our crew, maybe. It's always nice to have some new people, new blood to work with. I think Hines is cutting weight too.
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to some tropical resort in the summer, and he wants to be ripped. But we got to get him on a diet. I like doing rolling dumbbells, 4 sets of 20. Higher volume, pushing it up a little bit. 6 sets of 6, 8 sets of 8 type of stuff, but 4 sets of 20 is a mother. I think 45s there I'm starting out with. I get up to 65s, I believe. I don't want to jump in too heavy because you piss off those extensors under the elbow there, you are going to be in pain forever on my crew. Usually these irritate Dan's shoulder. I'm surprised he was working through it. What I like about him, he's a warrior.
He is.
He don't miss workouts. He shows up.
Drives pretty far for him.
Drives about 80 miles each way to get to the gym.
Twice a week.
Twice a week. "20 reps, make it burn." Speed benches Friday. This is what we're seeing here. Here I am with, what are those? 55, 60, something like that. Those arms have done that movement since 2001. It's just common thing. I don't want to film all of them. You don't want to see all reps. So we went over, what are we doing here? I think we did JM press. I'm trying to do it. Let it roll back a little bit above the clavicle. I think that looks good. I know a lot of times it can turn into an elbows out throat press too. So you just do the best you can. See what Hines does here. Where's his elbows going? Roll it back. Oh, roll it back a little further. Oh, 225. I believe J.M. Blakely, according to Louis, did 555 J.M. press one time. Something like that. Crazy. Now that's turning into a kind of a press now, but that's all right. Path of least resistance when the body gets fatigued. Rear delts. Who thought we would do these on bench night? It's important. You got to have a back. Got to do lat work. Train like a bodybuilder. Got to do rear delt work.
Julius Maddox, wasn't it him that said he does 4 back exercises?
4 back for each push. Yeah. Dan there doing them too. Kind of finished the workout with that. And we did push downs, but nobody wants to see that. Usually we do reverse push downs, rope push downs, some type of variety like that. Always petering them out before we leave the gym. Now, max effort night. I can't remember what we did. So let's watch and see.
Which one it would be.
What?
I can't even remember which.
I don't either. I put this video together yesterday and all the other videos on it. It's just a blur. Let's see what we did on max effort. Oh, the Duffalo prototype bar. That was the first bar that Chris Duffin bent when he made the... I like this one because it's not as deep curvature.
And the other one's heavier.
And heavier. So this is a 45-pound bar. It's a lighter version. But we didn't want to get hurt because we haven't used this bar in a long time. And we're going into a deficit that we have not been in. And I just want to be careful. So you see, kind of slow down a little bit. I didn't want anybody getting hurt.
I want to get the cambered bar that we used to have at 509, that deep camber.
BJ Dirk here. He's got some piss and vinegar left in him from the meet here, showing off.
Was this before or after the meet?
After the meet. This was Tuesday night. 2 nights ago. 400 and a chain, so that's 450. That's as heavy as I wanted to go. Hines is making me lock it out, which I appreciate. I don't want no soft lockout up there. I want him to let me do it. I said, be careful, man. Control it down. Don't come down fast and get hurt. Oh, that's all right. Good. BJ Dirk makes it look easy at 256.
Oh, did.
Floor press with chains. We start with 2 plates and a chain, but let's start with 2 plates, 3 chain. One of these here I push up and Hines makes me lock it out because that right arm kind of lags because I start to come real high when I do these floor presses with a close grip. Jose with 225 and 20, 40, 60, and 160 pounds in chain. We get up to 200 pounds in chain, I believe. And we did a drop set, of course. That last one there, I'm like, grind. Nope, took it. Yeah, I told him I didn't have it. No. Here we are with 5 chain. I'm just hoping for 1 rep. And he makes me lock it. Good.
Keeping you honest.
BJ Dirk, 5 chain. Everyone wore their Team Benchmonster shirts except me that night. This kid is strong. We're going to see big, big things in the future. Keeping him healthy. He did roll 1,000 or 1,050 on his stomach and kind of bruised a little rib, but he's fine. Shit happens. Broke out the actual Duffalo bar and put some kettlebells on there. Those are 50-pound kettlebells. Wanted a little wiggle, wanted something different. Never done this before. I like extensions, so there you go. Then we decided to start putting on some weight because you can't be sandbagging here. This is hard. Mine's not bringing it all the way to his forehead. That's a 55-pound bar, 100 kettlebells, plus 20. I got a 25 on there because I'm cocky. I'm rolling it back close to the head. And I know the camera's filming, so I want to make sure I'm getting them all the way up to the top.
Yep, because we make fun of you if you want.
Well,
Call you out.
I'm hard on myself. Oh, look at that extension. Oh, here we go. Oh, shoulder work. Overhead press. We don't do a lot of this. We do seated dumbbells, plate raises, side delt raises, etc. But we got to start doing this movement here more. And at the end of max effort, it's kind of a hard movement. The triceps are somewhat fatigued.
Such a hard movement.
Benched with the Duffalo bar. Yeah, it's hard to do it. Maybe we should throw them in before triceps.
Oh, that's the Duffalo bar?
No, that's a squat. That's a squat bar.
Okay.
It's a 55-pound squat bar.
Oh, the Duffalo's. Yeah, I got it with the kettle.
I learned from Jose this night that if you squeeze your butt cheeks, you will protect your back. Because it was hurting my back, leaning back like this, and he said, put your feet out and squeeze. It worked. Thank you, Jose.
Nice little tip.
Yeah, nice little tip. That's all I got. Yeah.
To the chat box.
Chat box, what's going on in the chat box, people?
Let's see. We had Paul Offer first.
Can you see it?
Guys, how's it going? It's going good, Paul. How are you doing? Good to have you here. Nice lift. Good video. Shobit Jane, how's it going, Benchmonster fam? Hope everyone is having a great week so far.
So far.
Not too bad. Hope you're having a good week. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Nice job at your meet. That looked great. Paul Offer, shirting up next Tuesday. I'm coming back with vengeance.
That's awesome to hear, Paul.
Send us videos. We want to see them. Howard Weingarten. That's what I call bling at your belt.
Belt buckle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? She did a really good job with it. Paul Offer. Ryan Bro, you are my favorite bencher of all time. Thank you for the conversations that we had. All your advice. You have helped me in so many ways. Thanks and God bless.
Thank you, Paul.
That's really nice. Yeah.
I like giving back, because when I was coming up, there was nobody to call that helped me. But now I got all this information, and I don't know it all. I'm still learning, but I try to pass things on that have worked for me and worked for my teammates, and I've seen it work, and so I think it works. A lot of experience.
Howard Weingarten, great job, Dan. Yep, we're very proud of him and happy for him. Hunter's Powerlifting Life. I assume that's
Hunter.
Yep. I had a great time with you guys. It was awesome meeting you, and you
awesome.
kicked ass. Yep, definitely want to do a meet. Hope you come in October. Roger Brome, huge benches this week.
Yeah. Jimmy Cole.
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, he said no need to call. I'm watching.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to call and say
Hi,
you're
Jimmy.
badass.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
If you're still watching.
Yeah,
like,
1,200. Jeez, man.
10. Holy mother God.
I get it 1. Damn.
It's crazy. Roger Brome, your table talk is great. It's a great episode. A lot of great information, insights, and perspectives.
Yeah, coming out to that, I wanted to get the most views. So I swirled my brain a little bit and how am I going to do that? So I watched some of Dave's table talk, and they're all kind of the same. I know they're cool and all, but I want to be different. edgy.
So
Yeah.
you were
So I was. That's why I got probably 70,000 by now.
probably.
Yeah.
Going up each day.
Oh well. Thank you.
Paul Offer, Jimmy Cope, thanks for all your advice too. Yeah, he's a book of knowledge also.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Kolb.
Dan Logman, thanks for all the kind words, Coach. I truly love being on the team. What a great meet and so many cool memories. See you guys soon.
Yep.
Yep, you did awesome. It was great to see you have such a great day.
Just the speed of his benches, I couldn't believe.
It looked
just
flawless, yeah.
The deload, the opener contest. Like, that's what I do, and we kind of did the same thing, and it just set up the
Worked
meet,
like
man.
a
They were
charm, yeah.
everybody was 110% that day.
No, that was-
Yep.
Let's see here. Which one are we on?
Showbit
Showbit Jane. Thank you for showing my videos, guys. Appreciate it. By the way, PRO stands for Portugal founded
Professional.
professional raw organization based out of Portugal,
Portugal.
founded by WPC Portugal president Sandro Espuio.
I did
I'm
not
sure
know
I
that.
butchered that, but-
I thought it was
Okay.
U.S. based. I didn't know, so I was like, yeah.
So that's why we
Okay, thank you, Showbit.
It looked like a really nicely ran meet.
Very nice, well
Very
run meet.
professional.
And
And you kicked
congratulations.
ass, yep, congratulations. Hunter Hunter's
Hunter
powerlifting
Hernandez.
life. I know I always do. I always mix them up. Hunter Hernandez wore my Team Benchmonster shirt to the gym today. Excited for October. Ryan, let's chat soon and make a master plan for Ohio also
Oh,
for the Arnold.
I guess. I don't know. We talked about so many things, and yeah. Well, yeah.
Definitely gotta get
We'll have to
together.
connect.
For sure. Aiden.
Alden.
Hey, Alden, sorry. Hey Ryan, I hope everything is going well with getting your dad's house ready.
Going to work on it tomorrow. It's just the shit
job.
is never ending. It's
not even a huge house.
no,
There's
but you don't
so much
realize how
stuff.
much stuff people have until you start digging in places, and it's
Only
overwhelming.
one story. And it's
Yeah.
small, but,
We're getting close. Got to be out of there by April 10th. So
so time's ticking.
time is ticking.
CJ Morgani at Dan Logman. I totally blanked on sending Ryan the thing to help with shoulder recovery. It's called a cryo cuff. It worked wonders on my shoulder after the repair. I haven't heard of that. Have you heard of that?
Cryo. I'm going to Google it. Cryo. So it must be cold.
I assume so. That's what I was thinking when I read cryo.
Cryo cuff.
I assume.
I'll check that out.
Let's see here. T. Pressifer needs some positive vibes. In ICU with blood clots in my lungs on assisted oxygen. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, T.
Definitely lots of
thoughts and
prayers
prayers
and
go out
thoughts.
to you and all from the Benchmonster
Yeah.
crew also.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely be thinking about you, and you'll be in our thoughts and prayers, and yeah, keep us updated on how
Yeah.
you're doing.
You have my
definitely.
email or something,
Yeah,
email
text
me,
me.
let me know what's going on so we can.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Says he's watching from my hospital bed.
Oh,
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. That's a dedicated fan though. That's a dedicated
it
audience
is.
member. Thank you for still joining us. We're really glad you're here, and we hope that you are feeling better soon. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh.
Showbit Jane, wishing you a speedy recovery at T. Pressifer. Definitely, we all are. Dan Logman, I'll definitely check that out. CJ, this is definitely pretty sore.
Yeah.
Said once like the pain,
Nerve block
nerve
wore
block,
off.
yeah.
Yeah. And then the throbbing, and I'm sure.
Where am I at?
Right here.
Paul
Paul.
Loffer. Dan Logman, hope you come back soon, bro. He's a warrior. He will. He will, definitely. Paul Dan Logman. No, I already read that. Alden. Hey, Ryan, what are some of the most important things you would tell a young kid that wants to be a bench specialist?
I think I said it in a rap video. Leave your ego at the door. Come in, lift smart, proper technique. Don't try to show off in the gym in front of girls and all that. Come in and do what you can do with perfect form and not negate from that. And get a well laid out program. Don't come in there blind and say, well, today I'm going to do this. Have a plan. With no plan, there's no attack. Without no attack, there's no victory. Without no victory, there's no Dom Perignon.
That's the opposite of the way you usually say it.
Well, how would I usually say it?
You say it the positive with the, or no,
That's how I
you
used
say
to say
the
it.
opposite.
Yeah. But yeah, young kid, like 18 or something, pretty green. There's a lot of technical things I've seen. I used to train some high school kids years ago, and they would come in and they would say, oh, I would say, what's your 1 rep max? I was, oh, I can do 225. Show me. Elbows out, come down like this, doesn't touch the upper chest right here, the bar's up here, and then pushes it up. I go, you don't bench 225, I'm sorry. Try dropping your shoulders down, breaking the bar, and doing this, and then he benched like 20 pounds more. So I've seen it time and time again.
Yeah,
so
technique.
I'm not saying they need a coach, but some proper guidance and a plan.
Thought out plan.
And a goal. Like how long, I mean, are you committed to this for 3 months, a year? Is this going to be something you're going to like or enjoy? I got to do like a psychoanalysis of this person and see, because 18, you got to think when you're a young kid, 18, everybody turns 21 and then they drink and they go out and do other things and yada, yada, yada. But if you can start them young and train somebody correctly and they'll prosper well. But there's so much, technical things that I would work on first.
Yeah, and that's the biggest general thing is
Yeah.
just focusing on technique above the
Where their
weight.
feet are, what is their base solid? What muscles need to be brought up? How long is their limb length? Are they short torsoed, short armed? I mean, it'd be fun to work with. I mean, we just don't have a lot of teenagers that are wanting to come in and bench. But then again, our gym's kind of off a beaten path.
Right.
Nobody knows where it's at in this town. So, and you
I
guys
know,
coming
every
up here in
location.
October, you'll be like, it's really weird where it's
Which
at.
was nice during COVID because we were able to just keep going.
Yeah.
Not a problem, but people don't. It's hard to explain it because it's not by anything. It's just in its own little code.
Yeah, you turn a corner and you're like, it's not. What is that?
There's,
Green
like, no-
building.
Yeah.
There's a sign now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 10,000 square feet or 9,000.
I'm not sure what it is.
It's not very big, but we got all the things in there we
Works
need.
for us.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that gym. Let's see.
Keep
Tea
pressing.
Pressifer. Thanks, guys. I will be floor pressing this hospital bed soon. LOL. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah,
That's the
hopefully
spirit.
you're in some good medical hands and they're on point of what they need to do to get you better. And blood clots are a serious thing. I they can get anywhere. Brain, I
they're
mean,
very, very serious.
very serious.
100%. Yeah.
Probably have you
Very
on some
serious.
blood thinners, I would assume, or something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I think that's what they do for them, but I'm not sure.
We want you back, T. Pressifer, so hang in there.
Thinking about you and praying for you.
I know
Thinking about-
hospital food is like bland and boring too, so maybe you can order some different food. I know it's not the best tastiest stuff. It's
I
healthy
think they have decent stuff. Well, I don't know if the patient. It depends what kind of
diet they're on. Yeah,
If you don't have restrictions,
Low
they
sodium.
Have, I mean, I think they have like cheeseburgers and
Do
not
they really?
terrible stuff.
Oh.
Not gourmet, but if you're on like a special like restricted diet.
I didn't think about that. Okay.
Okay.
CJ Morgani,
CJ Morgani, has Ashley been doing boxing and strongman still, or not so much?
and we skipped
Boxing,
Alden's question. We have to come
Oh
back.
gosh,
in.
I did. I'm sorry.
Read CJ's first. That's you.
Has Ashley been doing boxing and strongman still, or not so much? The boxing I'm still doing a couple times every week. The strongman I kind of stopped after I decided to do the Arnold because I didn't want to get an injury.
Yep.
Right before the Arnold, I might pick it up again for fun, but yeah, I kind of laid off of it during prep for the Arnold because I was like, that's number one. I would be devastated if I hurt myself playing around with strongman and wasn't able to do my best at the Arnold. So, but boxing is still going strong. A couple times every week.
Yep.
Love it.
7:30 at night. Takes off. Goes to the boxing gym.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Come back good.
I've been over there a few times and looked in there.
Yep. It's a nice little homey
Yeah.
place and a lot of cool fellas in there.
Yeah. Is
Cool
there other women that box there?
Every now and then they come in, but not very often.
Not very often.
But there's a couple that come
Well,
in.
you're a
occasionally.
special person then. You got to fight men. That's kind of hardcore.
Well, I mean, like most of them take it easy on me.
Yeah, but that 15-year-old kid didn't.
No, but everybody like after he left, like just the other day we were talking about it, and everybody was saying he was known for that. Like he used to go a long time. That was his first time back.
Okay.
And he used to always piss people off because he'd go way harder than you're supposed to.
Was he
go.
punching what, 80%, 100%? What was he doing?
I'd say at least 80.
80.
He's like that was 20. I was like, no.
No, that's not 20.
Whatever.
Okay.
But everybody else is really good about like teaching me and like not knocking the shit out of me.
Read Alden's question real quick.
Alden, if you could go back in time, what are some things you would change about your training? That's a good one.
Well, I think I would have built a better foundation because I trained raw. I didn't know anything about bands and chains in 1995. So, yeah,
You're old.
think back. Yeah, I'm old. So what? But, I used to bench every day when I started in 93, like 6 days a week. Just, yeah, didn't train legs, just benched. And that, I can't say it hindered me, but I think a better plan. a better training plan. And I probably, like I've told before, if I could go back and do it all over again, I probably would have been a world record holder in 7 years instead of 14. But yeah, it's possible. What I know now.
What you know from Louis.
But back then it was like Flex Magazine and how are the bodybuilders training? Then I opened Powerlifting USA and they had training articles in there. Like Greg Warr, he would bench with his feet up. And I met him in Texas and he arched really big. And so you go to meets and you kind of like look at people, how they bench and try to mimic that style. So I was trying to learn from other people too.
Now
But
there's so much more information.
so much more information.
But there's
Internet.
also a lot of false information that you have to sift through. But it's much more easy to figure out things and get information.
And I think if I would have known the West Side Method in 98 instead of 2001, I would have took over that there because I had a great foundation in 98. I mean, 600 raw, everything was raw. So we put our shirt on 2 weeks before a meet and see, oh, okay, I think I can do this. So that's how we train.
How much did you get out of those shirts?
60, 70 pounds. Yeah. Like not big carryover in the polys and the denim because I didn't know how to use the denim until I saw George Halbert had the cut back and he pulled the neck down and did this stuff and I was like, oh,
Is that legal?
it was legal until I told Gus Rethwich and I was in Wabdell still and he called me and he goes, Ryan, you cut the back of your shirt. Is that help? I go, Gus, it's amazing. I pull it down. I can do way more weight. Oh, they're banned. Oh. Yeah, he bans
You
everything.
shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Should have been like, no, it's just a little more
I didn't
comfortable.
know. I said it, and I said they're great and awesome, and he bans them. So, Davenport Barbell, 1984.
Just jumped on here. Can you share what you do for lats and tricep work for bench and how you incorporate it into your training and everything?
Lats and triceps. Well, lats are done on Saturday. I train them like a bodybuilder. I'll do pull downs, narrow pull downs, seated rows, seal rows, and then I can't do bent over rows that much because my back. But we have machines there, one arm pulls. We don't have a T-bar machine. Lawnmowers, I call them, where you lean against the dumbbells and pull them up like this. I do that. And I do it within an hour and 20 minutes, pretty fast. That's my lat workout.
Talk about your favorite tricep exercise.
And tricep work for the bench and how you incorporate it. Triceps we do twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. Sometimes we'll do them on Tuesday and do an extra workout on Wednesday before biceps. We'll come in and do a feeder bench, 185 for 20 reps a few times. Wide grip helps if you have any muscular soreness. We don't really get sore anymore, but I think we're going to soon. But triceps are done high volume on a speed day and low volume, heavier weights on max effort. I think, and sometimes we do heavier triceps on speed day and heavy triceps on max effort, but it just depends on the goal at the time. So I always switch things up. Like I'll do one thing. I call the shots. I let them pick the exercises, but I pick sets and reps.
You talk about your favorite exercises?
My favorite is rolling dumbbells. Rolling dumbbells on a bench, decline, and on the floor. Those are great. I think I did 135s for 6 one time on the show. 135 dumbbells. I like to do 150s, but you don't want to jump and do things and you could tear a tricep tendon and stuff. So we try to train smart and do things that will be advantageous to us. And I always pay attention to my guys too, because a lot of times I tell them when you're doing the rolling dumbbells on the floor, don't come down, let the bounce come out, but don't relax and then start. That will irritate this under here. And once that gets inflamed, it's hard
to get it
to stop because we never let up on them. Right. We always do this exercise, palms facing and a palms facing away and a push down, and always trying to switch it up, keep the muscles guessing. So, one things we haven't been doing a lot of is close grip bench raw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've done that in a while. I used to be a staple after we would do our main movement on the bench. I would always do like 500 for 5 sets of 5. But no, it's something we're going to change up, and because I want my guys to continue to get stronger. Even though we're cutting weight a little bit, we still have to maintain strength, and we can't just let our body weight just go all the way down, so we can't bench 315 anymore. So, because Heinz brought that up yesterday, he goes, I'm going to go on a diet, but if I can't bench 315, I'm going back up. So, and I said, well, I mean, I'm on like 190 carbs a day, supposed to be 300, but I cut them down because I like to do extreme things and drop extreme amounts of body weight. But I was in a hurry to get that weight off of me because it was a lot to carry around at the Arnold, and it was when you put it on that fast, it's real hard to carry. It's like 20 pounds in your body. It's huffing and puffing. Kind of, and have panic attacks too because you're so big.
Okay.
Steering wheel is right here against your chest in cars. Yeah.
The plane.
Plane seats.
You're supposed to have to sit in the middle.
Oh, I went. We had a middle seat, a 3-hour flight home from Minneapolis, and I went up and said, "Hey, if I'm in the middle, do you think I'm going to lean my elbow into my girlfriend or the poor soul on the left of me?" I said, "Can you make me another seat?" And 5 minutes, he had me sitting in the back with the stewardess back there. Moved us back. Yeah. I like those airplane seats are like this big now.
Well, it wasn't even a full flight. I don't know why.
That's what I said. I said when I ordered this seat here, you got like 20 seats on each side in the back that are X'd out.
So did somebody?
I don't know, but
That's bizarre.
flying is it's crazy.
Davenport
Barbell.
What is your entire training split?
Training split. Monday, traps and forearms. Tuesday, max effort bench. Wednesday, extra tricep workout, feeder bench, excuse me, and biceps. Biceps like a bodybuilder. Thursday's supposed to be legs.
When's the last time you did legs?
A long time. I really have not done legs in a while, and I'm embarrassed. I don't want to put a bar on my back. You know, my lower, excuse me, my lower lumbar is all effed up. So I'm a leg press champion. Box squats I can do, but free squats, you know, anytime I go down, you know, once that L5 does its thing down there, it's 3 days of misery. And I can't even roll in that indoor softball enough to pop it back in place. I have a technique, but Friday, speed bench. Saturday, back. And Sunday, off. So I'm in the gym 6 days a week. I like to squat on Thursdays, but I got to get off my ass, people. I've been lazy. And my quads are showing it. But quit laughing at me.
I mean, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. I don't know if I can squat and deadlift. I didn't think to ask that question.
You might want to ask your doctor if you're supposed to be putting a belt on and doing all that stuff. I don't know. But no, I got to start training. Heinz is doing legs twice a week. He's rubbing it in.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Well,
Good for him.
He's over at Gold's, you know, and they got a lot of great leg pressing machines and stuff. Our little gym, there's limited, you know, things, and I'm not making excuses. I'm going to do it. It's not impressive.
We've got plenty of stuff to get a good leg workout.
I know. We used to go, you got to get in there Thursday with me.
Well, that'd
be impossible.
Now I work on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So I switched my
I wanted to do it on Monday, but I don't know how that'll fit with sore legs on Tuesday for bench. So maybe Wednesday. I used to do legs and biceps one time.
Yeah.
CJ Morgani.
The thing that laid the base for the lat strength and overall back was pull-ups. You can do them frequently and vary them through added weight, timing, rest, grip, etc.
Pull-up. I can do 5 pull-ups, though.
Can you?
Yes.
I'm surprised.
And they're ugly. I'm not a pull-up guy. I really lack in that department. I might have to put a band around the top and then have a little assistance just to...
Yeah, because you're pulling up over 300 pounds.
Well, 322 right now, 21, but...
It's over 300, yeah.
Guys get up there like military style and just do these all day. And I just... Yeah.
No, I like pull-ups. They're so good for you.
I'll try to start working on those. I just want nobody watching because it's embarrassing. So...
You can go outside and do them on the outside ones. Outside racks out there. Davenport Barbell, 1984. How much of a factor is genetics, training, nutrition, and drugs? And what's the order of importance? Do you go on a 10-minute walk on Thursdays that would count as leg day? LOL.
How much of a factor? Well, genetics is pretty much everything, you know, and I always said, you know, Pee Wee Herman could have all the steroids in the world. He never will bench 500 raw. But you got eating, sleeping, training, supplementation, whatever that may be for you, and technique. And the whole hand is genetics. So you got to maxify all those factors. They're all important.
You can't prioritize all equally.
Equally, yeah. You got to maxify your eating, your sleeping, your training, your supplementation, your technique, and you got to have good genetics. I'm a big person. My parents were big people, so I had the ability to get big. I didn't realize that when I graduated high school at 5'11", 170, but later on in life, I
figured it out.
Ate more food and and just got big. Now it's easy to get big. It's hard to lose weight. I have to starve myself. My stomach's probably this round now. It was this round. Now it's like a softball. I eat a little plate of
He's
food.
been doing really good.
Thank you.
He's been doing really good. Like I was giving him shit when he first started talking about it, like it wasn't gonna happen, but he's been doing really good.
Yep.
I'll give him that.
It sucks. I mean, the food's good, but
anything.
it's weighed portions and it's controlled and it's the results are showing. I usually do a 20-minute walk in the morning, power walk, right out of bed on an empty stomach. You know, that was what worked for me before. I don't like doing cardio at the end of the night. I like doing it on an empty stomach right out of bed. And I got to do more of that. I haven't been doing it lately because I get up in the morning and the house is cold and look outside and it's 40.
It's supposed to be warming up though.
It's supposed to be warming up. That's what I'm waiting for.
It was 63.
And I'll do mowing the lawn soon. So that's always cardio too because I try to do it fast. Even though it's a self-propelled lawnmower, I try to do it as fast as I can in short time. Heart rate up, etc. Do you do online coaching? A little bit. I'm really busy now. Like I'm horrible. There's so much on my plate right now. I can't even think straight. It's like I'm over here, I'm over there, I'm here, I'm there, I'm this, that, calling this. Yeah, it's I am just going a mile a minute.
Becoming the power of attorney for his dad, and then,
Power of attorney. Yeah.
and then he has a house in Moses Lake that he's gonna have to sell too.
That's my next headache. I gotta go gut that place out.
And
that is a nightmare.
That's gonna be
It's a stressful
60
thing.
years of stuff accumulated.
Yeah, stuff my grandfather
It's
left
such a old
behind.
house, yeah.
So much stuff. I don't even know
It's
where to
fairly
start.
big.
It's gonna be like a week project, 12
Just
hours a
going through
day.
and throwing most of it away, probably.
I don't like to throw everything away. I have to give it to
Well,
people, but
I mean,
some tools and a lot of things that people could use. I don't have any room for it,
take
but
to Goodwill.
Goodwill, yeah. So somebody can use it. Anthony Jafala.
Hey, I'm 18, about 6'4", 275, 280, and want to compete. Do you have any advice for long-limbed lifters?
Well, when you're tall like that, I was like 6'3" when I was younger, and one of the things that worked for me, you got to limit the distance you push the bar. That's the ticket.
Sure.
Yeah, you got a long bench stroke like me, so you got to pinch your shoulder blades together. I mean, if you just sit in a chair and push your arms all the way out and let your shoulders come apart, that's like 9 feet of travel. But when you pinch your shoulder blades together, you just cut like 8 inches off. Then you need to work on your arch and don't focus too much on the lower lumbar like I did, because I really destroyed my back by doing so.
Yeah, I can't train much.
But I was I'm not saying I'm a belly bencher, but I always wanted to get my belly up high, and I didn't realize how important the upper arch was till halfway through my career. Then I started bending the upper half too, and get that chest up in the air and those shoulders pulled down, neck on the bench. And I'm not saying get fat, but work on your arch and work on your weak points. Is it off the chest? Is it mid-range? Is it lockout? I know triceps can always be built and they always need to be strong. Louis always taught me that. So triceps should be done twice a week, if not 3 times. And have a plan, have an attack, a program, and follow it and don't derail from it. All programs work. 5-3-1, conjugate. I mean, there's not one program I've heard that doesn't work. And so just pick one and do it and stick to your diet.
Stick to that plan.
And stick to that
Don't
plan.
Switch,
Don't jump
don't do
around.
it for 2 weeks and be like, I'm not getting any stronger, and switch to, do it for a significant amount of time to see if it works. And then after, 8 to 12 weeks or, a significant amount of time, if it's not working, you can switch it up. But give it enough time to see if it actually works.
Yeah.
See if
And
it
you're
works.
you're a young man too, and you're big, 6'4", 6'5", 275, 280. Yeah, you're gonna have to be fast to get through sticky points. You got a bench stroke here, so you want to get that bar started as fast as possible and lock it out. And that's one of the tickets that I learned. I always trained explosively. Anything I did, you can go back and watch old videos. I train like I've been hit with a cattle prod. Explode, always explode. Not saying you necessarily need to do speed benching, but you got to be explosive when you train. And I train the same way on like extensions and stuff. I'll explode. You teach your muscles to contract violently, but do it smart.
Tiny Meeker says every day is speed day.
Every day speed day, Tiny Meeker. But no, there's a host of things I could sit here and talk about forever, and I'd just be rambling, Anthony. So that's a few
Hopefully
things.
that helps.
Yeah, we got to cut your bench travel. That's important.
Davenport Barbell 1984. I'm competing in USPA Worlds in November in Eugene, Oregon. Right now I have a touch and go 500 bench with elbow sleeves. I got called on technique in competitions. I want 500. Do I need a coach?
Well, it depends. You've gotten this far, and you might be at a sticky point. I'm not a big fan of people training in elbow sleeves. I have a few guys on my crew that wore them, and it becomes a crutch because they're really tight. I always see them yanking them up his arm, and they're just so tight around the elbow. I used them once for rolling dumbbells. I figure it might keep the elbow warm or something, but I never benched with them. So not a big fan of elbow sleeves, but you get called for technique in competition. So I don't know
Like
what
kind of technique?
yeah,
Like
what-
butt coming up or lockout?
uneven
or
lockout, double
pausing, or-
dipping, excessive dipping of the bar in your chest. I don't know what federation. USPA is super strict.
Yeah.
So be ready. You
Right.
better, because all USPA, all they want to give you is red lights.
Yeah,
You got to
they
earn
like
those
red
whites.
lights, I feel like.
Yeah, and so you get everything together and be pinpoint accurate. And do you need a coach? You need a plan. That's there's a lot of workout programs online. There are people. Who's training Julius and those guys? God.
Galleon?
Nope. Josh
It was,
Bryant.
though. Oh, Josh
Yeah, I
Bryant,
talked to
yep.
Josh Bryant,
Yep.
and I was going to get a raw program. He's offered me a free one, and because I thought about going raw, this was before band shirts came out, because I lost hope in the Phenom. And Josh Bryant, very smart individual, and he's done some great things for Julius, TD Davis, Josh Strickland, a whole bunch of people, 600 raw benchers. So he's a guy that I would recommend. I'm a conjugate West Side guy, so I prescribe one method of training that I know that works, and it's worked for raw. People think that West Side doesn't work for raw. I took Tim Smith, a guy, great training partner,
He's so cool in this game.
275 guy. He was born with deformities in his hands, so he had like the kind of the claw hand
See what
thing.
he did.
And he would hand off 600-700 to me, and he would bench. Long story short, I said, well, Tim, what can you do raw? Because I need to figure out what your percentages are. And he goes, 520. Okay, let me see it. Did 520. And I think 3 months later, he did 600 at 275. And all we did was speed bench with the correct weight and maximal effort. Rotating exercises, I think, is important. Not doing the same thing over and over again. And it worked. So, and it's worked before. Mike Hazenberg, high school football coach.
Yeah.
Speed benched with me for nine weeks. Didn't do a heavy bench the whole time. Maxed out at 405, 9 weeks of speed benching, did 440 for 2 and a 450 and twanged his pec. And he looked at, and I cornered him 10 years later, and he goes, Ryan, you know what? The most weight I handled with you on speed bench day was like 225 and 3 chains. So
Yeah.
I've seen this work time and time again, but each their own.
I mean, a coach, like if you're getting frustrated, a coach might be something to look into. But basically, just having a plan.
Oh, you're going to hit a wall and you're going to hit a plateau, and you got to figure out how to get out of that plateau.
Oh, let's see.
Matt Brooks is next.
Okay, but he did answer the. Do you have any advice for bringing the bar out further on the handout? I naturally want to hold it over my shoulders rather than over my belly, so it'll move in a straight line.
As weights get heavier and heavier, I do it. You take the bar higher and higher, the oh shit grip.
Yep.
But what you have to do, how I overcome that, it happened the other night on the Duffalo bar, because the weight was getting heavy and that bar was, it's a nervous bar, and I was taking it out over my upper chest and then doing terrible technique. And so I said, Hines, I'm going to back my head off the bench 4 inches. So now when I take the bar out, it's over my chest. I have no choice. So it's here. If you get too far out from underneath the bar, you're going to take it in the oh shit position. So my head's off the bench about 4 inches. So when he hands me off, it's right there in my line. That's how I overcome that. And you got to break the bar. If you take it out with your elbows out, you're going to hold it here. But if you bend it, drop your shoulder blades down. Don't bench here, bench here. That's one thing I do. I have guys, I go, show me how you bench. And they hold it up here. I take their shoulders and I drop them down. Now you're into your lats here. That's where you want to be.
So Davenport Barbell 1984 is answering
Okay.
the technique issue. Double dip, hips coming up, and one side coming up before the other.
Yep. So double dip's a hard one. So you did that at the meet, but
Yeah, I've never done that.
never done it.
Is this shirted or raw? I didn't ask that.
Davenport barbells, raw or shirted. Hips coming up. So what you're doing with where your feet are, you're pushing down, not trying to slide towards your handoff partner. You want to slightly push down, try to spread that floor.
Wow.
But if you're a toes up guy, we're not gonna have any. I don't know. Where are your feet at, Davenport? Because you're pushing down, and I don't know if you're coming down with the bar and kind of collapsing your base, and then kicking your butt up to get back in the arch. I don't know.
That's a problem I have.
But the double dip,
Yeah, raw. What causes that?
I don't know. That's a weird one. What caused it for you? Just coming
I
out of
think it
line?
was the shirt, yeah.
Just came up so fast, and
That's what people
Okay.
said. It looked like it just came up so fast.
Davenport's a raw guy, so yeah,
Very raw, that's-
double dip. But the uneven lockout, I think USPA is going to call you on that. So one way to counter that is to spread the bar. We have a freak bar, is what Westside has, and it's got an internal rotation like the springs, but it also has 5 inches of spring to push out. So we train with that bar and practice pushing out. And Jimmy Kolb has a cool exercise. We tried it in the gym. He has a video on his Instagram page, putting a band around his wrists and coming down. Keith Odell talked about it last week, coming down to a 2-board, pulling it out and pushing out. So a lot of times Westside Louis told me to practice spreading the bar by taking a mini band, wrapping it around my wrists, twisting it a few times, and then going out to the bar like this. And that way the bands are kind of pulling you in a little bit. So it teaches you to push out. That'll keep that double dip from happening. Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm doing my best.
be a good start, yeah. Let's see, Davenport 1984. Can I send you a video later and you can critique and give technical advice?
Yeah. You got my email. I'll post it here. I mean, I think everybody knows it by now, but yeah.
Since I know you have tons of free time on your hands, LOL.
Yeah, tons. I'll look at it, and oh God, I got people I got to text back. I'm just falling behind. It's just, there's not enough time in the day right now. I'll do the best I can. Check it out. Send me an email, and I'll tell you what I see, and
That'll be easier.
I'll look at your feet placement, hips, arch, upper back, where I can critique a video pretty well.
Yeah, that would be easier to pinpoint.
I like to help out where I can.
Yeah, definitely. Is that our last one?
I don't know.
Looks like it.
Oh, well. And Josh Bryant, yeah, CJ Morgani. That's one guy I would recommend for raw benching people. I definitely.
Some of our teammates had him years ago.
Yep.
And loved him.
Yep. There's that Russian training method, Poroshenko. I mean, one guy texted me and he's doing some program where he benches 4 times a week. I haven't got back to him yet, but I got to see what the hell that's about.
Yeah, like what is he doing?
What percentages? How do you bench 4 times a week?
Is he able to recover?
Yeah, what's up with that? But the kid's a 275, 617 raw bencher.
Wow.
So I don't know if he's.
Something's working.
No, I don't know if this is a new program.
Oh,
He's trying to change things up. He's at a little plateau, so
okay.
I got to reach out to him. But I'm not a big texter. I like to type on the keyboard, so I'm gonna have him email me. But yeah, what's up for next week? April Fool's Saturday.
Oh yeah. Oh crazy. Yeah. Oh, more videos. We're having another guest soon.
Oh yeah, we got a whole Rich Putnam. Who else?
Still Dan Bell.
Dan Bell. Who'd you talk to at the Arnold?
Laura Phelps.
Laura
agreed.
Phelps. Yep,
I
she
gotta get on
agreed.
that.
So yeah, we're gonna have some more guests. Elite. John Elick has a lifter. I forget his name. Sorry, but I talked to him at the Arnold. He was at the Dark Side booth. We'll have him on. He's an all-time 198 top 10 geared all record holder. So we'll have him on, and because it gets boring hearing me talk. I'm like a broken record. I tell the same stories. I don't have any new ones.
Davenport 1984. Have you heard all this TRT drama and do you care at all?
TRT drama. I don't know anything about it. What's going on with
What's the
testosterone
drama?
replacement therapy drama?
Give us the tea. Give us the.
Give me a little bit about that. Alden.
Hey Ryan, I've been stuck at mid 300s bench. What are some things I could do to break into the 400s?
Well, one of the things is, technique, of course. If there's anything that we can do to better your technique, having you arch a little higher, changing some feet placement, changing your training up. Maybe your body's acclimated to what you're doing and not your muscles aren't stimulated, making progress. Moving up in body weight. I mean, it's common that people put on 10 pounds of body weight, of good body weight, not like my body weight, you know, DiGiorno stuffed crust pizzas and ice cream bars and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the stuff that works for me. But putting on a little bit extra body weight, maybe, you know, if switching up some training methods, speed bench. I mean, if you've never done speed bench before, it's one of the things that can put 40 pounds on your bench in 9 weeks. I mean, something like that. So, training, just a whole bunch of training things that could be changed, technical things, exercises. You might be doing the same thing over and over, yada, yada, yada. So, but you got to break out of that little plateau. So we gotta send.
Maybe you could send a video and you could.
Yeah, Alden, if you have a video or something of you benching, I would love to see it.
Better idea.
I'm assuming it's raw.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Davenport Barbell.
Davenport Barbell. Would you go on Pete Rubish podcast? He's a good friend of mine. I can set it up if you'll do it. Cool.
I would do it. Yeah, I've never met the guy.
No, I haven't either.
I heard he, I think back in years ago, he was 900 puller at 242 or something. Like a strong man.
Did he get 900?
I thought he did 900. I thought
Oh, yeah.
because Nate used to talk about him a lot.
Yeah, he was a badass.
Yeah,
That'd be really cool. Yeah, set that up.
I don't know what his questioning would be. I don't know what is he PG rated or whatever. We can figure that
Do
out
you
later.
care? You kind of do both.
I do both. I was going to email Tate and let him know that about all the views I'm getting, and I said I came out there with a plan. I thought I told him that when I was there. I'm here to get views, man. I'm
I
here.
can't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All I know is I had to do biceps before we started.
Yeah. Let's see here. Alden, how long do you stick with exercises for until you change them out?
Back in the day, we used to do like a rolling dumbbell movement, and on speed day, and we would keep track of reps and sets, and then on the max effort day, we would try to beat those reps and sets with more weight. So there was always a goal to beat. Now it seems every week we change our assistance exercises. Never doing the same thing more than a week in a row. And it seems to work. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. BJ Dirk, Dan Logman, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're, how many years of lifting do you have under your belt, Alden? If you're a seasoned lifter, been doing this for 15 years, then we might have to do some new sparkage to your body.
CJ Morgani. Pete's my coach. He's a super nice guy. I bet he'd love to talk with you.
Yeah.
Seems like he'd be really nice.
I got an email. You can send me an email and we can set something up. I don't know how he does it. I'm not really familiar with Zoom that well, but I think if somebody sends me a link and I click on it,
Yeah,
I got
you'd be
Zoom
able to
on
figure
here.
it out. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's easier than Skype. I mean, when everybody was having to use it, they had to make it pretty user friendly. What? Davenport Barbell. What's up, CJ? Pete's one of my best friends. That's really cool.
I didn't know Pete had a podcast.
I didn't know that either. Actually.
No, I'm pretty good on
Doesn't
Facebook
surprise
and
me,
Instagram and all over the place, and I don't know.
I follow him, but I don't.
I know he
haven't
did
seen
Dave
his posts.
Tate's show a while back.
Yep.
Yeah.
CJ Morgani, Davenport Barbell. Yeah, I've watched some of your videos with him. You're one strong dude. Nice.
Nice.
Alden, I have like 8 years of lifting.
8 years of lifting, so you're pretty seasoned. So, yeah, we gotta switch some things up because you're stuck at a point, and we need to do something different. And a different program. I don't know. Like you may be doing the same things that have yield you results, but now they're kind of stagnant. So we need to do a spark to your training. Maybe diet, etc.
Adding a little bit of body weight.
I'm not. I don't want to tell people to add body weight because it freaks
It depends
people out.
what size. Yeah, it depends.
They don't, I don't want to get fat. Maybe he has a physique, and I don't want to eat more, that type of thing. I don't know. So
It doesn't take. I'm not saying like 20 or 30 pounds. I mean,
That's what I
5
do.
to 10 pounds would make.
I get real big.
Matt Brooks. Pete is wide open on the gear talk. Haha, definitely another opportunity to be edgy. And I'm not mistaken. And if I'm not mistaken, you're correct. He did pull 900 at 242.
That's what I remember.
I knew he was
It
a
still
huge
worked.
player. I don't think they quite hit 900. That's cool. Davenport Barbell. I know I'd like to hear about your prison time and all that on Pete's show, LOL, and hear about Halo and check drops. Ha ha ha.
Never been to prison. I went to
It was a prison.
I stayed, well, no,
SeaTac?
no. I stayed in county, and because I wouldn't lay down my sword and let them rail me and take all my property. So when it came to the end, they sent me to, it's called a release facility. It's where people come from prison, like doing 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years in prison.
I thought that was a
They
prison.
come to this release facility for 1 year, and they teach them jobs, job interviews, and get them reacclimated for society. So I went over there for 3 months. And when I was there,
After being in county.
they knew who I was, and I was making them give me TRT in jail because I threatened to sue them. So they had me down to like
He got down to
242.
242. When I visited him at SeaTac,
Yeah.
he looked like Ryan Reynolds. Like, he was thin.
But it was cool at the SeaTac place because the med cart came in. They had a bottle of Cypionate and a needle, and they go, "We don't know how to do this." And I said, "Don't you worry. I'll go in this room, I'll go to the music room." Boom. Yeah. Only 1 shot a month, but
They didn't know how to do it?
No.
That's kind of weird.
yeah. But
medical?
the guards there all knew my videos, all knew who I was, and said, "Kennelly, you're gonna cook for us." And I cooked for the guards, and I ate, and I got up to, I showed up there at 260, and I got up to 305 in 3 months. I mean, I ate well.
Not
Ice
at
cream.
SeaTac, you got super small.
No, over there. I had the testosterone was just starting to get back in my system, so because I don't make it
You said-
anymore.
I'm thinking you look very skinny.
305. I came out of there in 3 months. Fatso. But gotta eat, man. Never been to like a hardcore whatever place, prison place. So unfortunately, I don't have any stories.
No,
They
he's-
did throw me in a wing with all, how do I say this eloquently, sex offenders.
They did?
Oh, there was
Why
like
would they put you there?
they didn't, because they
Knew you were
they
at the
feared that I was gonna fuck people up because people knew I was strong and people would test me. So they put me in there with some hardcore killers, Hell's Angel biker dude, and I was
Harry
learning how
Potter
to. No, this is at SeaTac,
Oh,
and I was learning how to play the guitar, and this guy was teaching me, and then one of the white Stefano Andolini, that was John Gotti's right hand man, was his dad, mafia guy, did 30 years, killed 7 people, came up and told me, "You don't talk to those people." I go, who are they? He goes, "Look around you." Okay, I'm looking around. What do you see? They look like normal people. They're sex offenders, child molesters. Okay, so you don't talk to them. So okay, but yeah, it was a safe, easy thing, and halfway house was fun, and then I came
I
home.
would say easy. It was a pretty big ordeal.
It was an ordeal.
I mean, because you were in and out 8-month stints.
Hey, if it
several
would have
times.
happened to Joe Blow up the street, he never would have served a day in jail. But when you have the strongest man in the world, they got to make an example out of you, and that was me. Had the biggest bench. That was supposed to be a message. You know, they didn't get Vince McMahon, so they got the bench king. So, fuck. Davenport.
Oh,
Barbell.
that was the last
Oh,
one.
that was the last one. Yeah. And I'll talk to Pete and
Cool.
meet him, text him, call him. Never met him. So I should watch his Dave Tate podcast and then see what he looks like, talks like, and
Cool. Fun to be honest.
here's a question I can answer real quick. The last one.
One just come in. If you had wanted to pursue it, do you think you could have beat Mendy's 715 raw
Yes.
bench? Yep.
I could have did it the day I did 1074 at an APA meet. I was warming up on the Forza bench that was on the platform. Scott Taylor was rushing me. I have a warm-up system that takes time, but he was like, "Hurry up, Kennelly." So I remember I went up to, I usually put on my shirt at 7, but I went up to 6, it was kilos, so it was 617 raw. And then I was like, "Fuck it, Paul, just put on," what the next one was 7, I think it was 735 or something, 717. And I brought that down to like a 2 board, and it went up like this. And I turned around and I go, "Paul, I got the raw record today." And that was the day I should have done it. But if I would have done that, Inzer would have not sent me free shirts, and my career would have had bumps in the road. So
that sucks. That because that would have been cool to have both.
That was in 2000 and what?
He wasn't so like hatred
8,
of Raw.
4, 7, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Long time
that was
ago.
before me.
Yep. I think it was only 705 back then. I don't think Mendelsohn had done it yet, or maybe he did. I don't really know. I just knew I had a 700 raw bench in me that day. I was 357, and for some reason, just raw bench was just blown up. It was. You see me do 680, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah, I totally.
Now my raw bench sucks.
Alden, would you be able to talk about volume and how much of it should be done and whatnot?
Absolutely. We tried to push up our volume, like you saw us do the 4 sets of 20. My guys don't like that because we always do like 4 sets of 10, 12 to 15, but we try to bring it up and do them excessively higher reps now, because you do those same reps over and over again, it just becomes like nothing. So I want to shock these guys a little bit. So we're gonna be doing some coming up to a meet. I stick to a certain protocol, but after the meet, it's off season time now. Now it's time to guinea pig a little bit, try some different things and see what we get. So yeah, I can talk about the volume, repetitions, sets, reps, short rest periods. I think are important. You break down certain muscle fibers and they fatigue. With a 45-second rest, you get back under there and do them again. The dormant fibers that aren't working have to wake up and to finish the workload, as Louis would say. So, big believer in that.
Also, do you think a 500 raw bench is possible for most men that train serious for a few years?
No. In a few years, no. If it's somebody, we're talking about an 18-year-old kid who's going to start out in 2 years, bench 500, unless he's a genetically gifted country.
He didn't say 18-year-old. He said most men. Most
men? Well, I just need to know an age. 2 years. If they have a 405 raw bench, then yeah. But if they're like 315 for one and expecting 500 in 2 years, there's a lot of factors. Injuries can occur. A lot of times, pec strains. I mean, things happen when you push it up and aren't smart with technique. Letting the bar shoot over your face, turning out your elbows, external shoulder rotation. A lot of injuries occur here. So you got to lift smart. But it's possible for some genetically gifted people, supplemented people that are smart.
That's a pretty elite.
And don't leave the ego at the door and bring it in the gym. And I used to be like that. I used to show off because I wanted to be the strongest guy in the gym I was at, and I always I knew that guy over there was pretty strong, but if I do this fast, he's going to look at me and like, okay, yeah, send him a message.
Nope. Davenport Barbell. Do you know Larry Pollock at all?
The name sounds familiar, but I don't know who is he. That name sounds familiar.
It totally does. I can't think of who.
I can't think. I've heard it, but I don't know.
That's the last one.
So far, unless he tells me who Larry Pollock is. We'll shut her down. Then I get to go have chicken and vegetables. I don't get any carbs after 4.
Is raw bench really all about the triceps?
Triceps are lockout. You have to have the total package. You got to have a strong upper back. You got to have it all. You can't just have strong triceps, like 500-pound triceps and 20-pound shoulders. So you got to train the whole conglomerate up here. I even like doing shrugs. I do forearms too. Gus Rethwich told me back in the day, all the greatest benchers he's seen had big forearms. Ken Lane, Arcidi, Clark. And so that's why I train forearms a lot. So, but triceps can never be strong. Always train them, no matter how strong they are. But if you have a muscular imbalance, then we got another problem. You got overly strong triceps and weak shoulders. Or most people have strong shoulders and weak triceps. That's why they shoot the bar this way. They're delt dominant. They don't push it straight up. So there's a lot I can tell by videos.
Larry is a training partner of Mendy's who owns gyms and has a crazy life story.
I probably saw him at the meet when we were there.
Maybe we heard him talking about him or something.
He training partner of Mindy. Young. Okay.
He probably was there. Yeah, we probably did.
He
I
probably
don't know
was
which
there.
one he was, but
I probably shook his hand, and that's why I remember the name. I shake a lot of people's hands in the last 28 years, man. Been all over this earth,
yeah,
and
people come up to him all the time, and I can tell when he doesn't have an idea who they are, and he's pretending to be friendly. But it happens quite often.
I met you back in 1996 at Wabdle meet. Okay, yeah, a lot of people.
Alden, my weak point is right in the middle. What's that attributed to?
That is kind of. Oh, I just watched a video on off the chest is certain muscles, the mid range is a certain muscle, then it's triceps. I'm a big believer if that's your sticky point is floor press. That's everybody's universal sticky point, and that is unless you're a big round torso person, then you probably won't have your elbows hit the ground. But if you're kind of like me, you come down and the bar is kind of that far off your chest, and that's a great transition point to work from. Putting chains on the bar and being explosive, coming down, pausing, staying tight, and pushing up. Sticky point to get out of that area too is to be explosive off your chest and getting through that area. That weak point becomes nothing once you have speed and explosive power and strong triceps and technique to push the bar apart. Boom! All sticky points become gone. But what was it? Is it delts? And then is it upper back off? No. God, I just watched a video and I spaced. Explained it. And I was like, I didn't.
More shoulders and chest.
Shoulders.
At the bottom and triceps at the top.
Yeah, something like that.
The middle, I'm not sure.
Everybody has a sticky point, and that's where board presses come in too. If you find out where that sticky point is and work an inch below it, find a board, come down, pause on that board, using bands, chains, different grips, different bars, football bars, and yeah, that sticky point will become gone too. There's a lot of things.
Howard Weingarten, do you remember seeing that video I sent of the 685? I tried a 720 later. Do you think I should go with that or between 685 and 720? I assume for an opener or something.
They looked really easy. I would stick to that because you, if that's an opener, we want to be able.
Which number?
685. I think that was gonna be an opener, and that was a good opener because you get to the meet, things may not go as planned as normal. Nerves. The warm up might be super fast. You might be rushed. So you want something to go out there. I always say go out there and do something that you can do 3 times or do on your deathbed. And 685 had a lot of speed and it was easy. And I think that's a great opener. The second attempt though, 720. Yeah.
Anthony Jafolia, if I don't have bands or chains I'm at a commercial gym, how can I train explosively?
I didn't have bands and chains when I started in 91 until 2001. And so how you train explosively is be explosive. When you bench, don't just push against the bar, explode. Use your whole body. It's a total body movement. Not bench press isn't a upper body movement. It's a total body movement. You got to get the legs in there. You got to know how to use them correctly. And that's something I learned from BJ Dirk. I watched him go from like 500. He had the feet down by the bench. Like I told this story before, I took him on the road with me to hand off at some bench for cash meets. He met George Halbert, Matt Lamarck. Both those guys bench with their feet out. If you look at BJ's videos tonight, he's based out. He's got a great technical plan. I kind of tried to copy him, and I was a guy who put my feet right down under the bench, and butt can come up really easy that way. I tried BJ's style. It was too extreme, so I split the difference, found a happy medium, and it worked for me. If you want to be a tiny meeker and never did speed bench, you got to train explosively. Don't just press against the bar, explode against the bar. Violently, but safely. Yeah.
I hear Matt Winning talk about training slow is good for grinding strength. And I know Louis said to never train slow. What's your opinion, Ryan?
Well, Chuck Vogelpool would, I don't know, it was a deadlift or his squat, with so much band. Oh, deadlift, rack pulls. He would put 1,000 on there and double light max bands. I don't know. And he would pull it and it would be slow. And Louis would ask him what that does for him. And it teaches him to grind and control and move weight in a longer period of time. So you're going to grind at some point. I mean, eventually you come up to a weight that you just can't. You can probably get, and 90% of people eventually can get it off their chest but can't finish it, or get it up to here and it's a grind. So that's going to happen. But If you want to put 250 pounds of bands on and do heavy, slower movement, I don't think it would hurt. I don't think it's something you want to do all the time.
Right, I was gonna say train both.
Yeah, train both, obviously, but I think all training works, and it's something like what I would do with that is I would guinea pig my crew. I would try it on them, and I see how their progress goes. I've been doing this all my life. They just don't know I'm guinea pigging them half the time. I don't do it up to meets, but outside of a meet, I try different things. And I throw different things at them to see how they react and if they make progress. And so that's something we don't particularly do, but can't say it doesn't work. I've never done it. So, but Louis did say on my manila envelope in 2001, you train slow, you'll be slow. Yeah, but
But
I think grinding
resistance exercise after your regular.
Yeah, so it's like a main bench movement. If you want to grind a little bit, it's not gonna hurt you. I don't think. It's a lot of wear and tear on the CNS though, to that time under tension. But I can't say it doesn't work.
Howard Weingarten, great, thanks. I always overthink my opener. Yeah, me too. I totally get that. Anthony Jafolia, how can we get a hold of you for online training?
My life has got to slow down. Right now it's a mess. I'm telling you, man. It's a nightmare right now. I got so much on my plate, and it's kind of stressful. Getting to the gym is like I forget, like, oh fuck, 4 o'clock. It's like 3:30. I'm, oh shit, what day is it? Yeah, it's like it's been like that lately since it was a great getaway at the Arnold because I forgot about all my problems here. But I came home, these problems are still here.
They're still there, yep.
Yeah, life, family, drama, not drama, problems, and
a little drama.
Little drama, but no, I'm on a time crunch to do this thing, and then I got another headache up in.
But maybe he can email you his
information.
information.
Yeah. I would. When my life slows down a little bit and I have more free time, I would gladly love to help out. I write programs. I'm really anal about when I do them, though. I need videos of workouts, assistant exercises, so I can see technique and how you're doing it, so I can critique it a little bit. So I ask for a lot of videos, but it's I don't click and print and send you a program and never talk to you again. It's a lot of interaction.
Like a template.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have his email, just send him your information, and when things slow down, he'll contact you. Maybe you guys can get that set up. Alden, I've been doing six sets of 10 on bench to try and get some volume and grow. Do you think that's a good idea for a few weeks, or how would you approach getting volume on bench?
We do the West Side method where we do 6 sets of 6 1 week. This is done on speed day, and then 8 sets of 8 the next week, 10 sets of 10 the next week, and then rotate back. And then when you rotate back, you look at your 6 sets of 6 and say, hey, I got this many reps of 6 with this weight and this band or this chain. You got to keep a training log. You always want to know. We have a dry erase board in our gym. We write stuff on there, like, because I can't remember every exercise we do. But no, don't. If you do the same thing over and over again, you're not gonna start getting progress.
Well, just sit for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. 2 weeks is fine. Then switch it up. Well, I like that West Side. 6 sets of 6. We do 5 by 5, 6 6, 7 7, 8 8, something like that each week, moving up and then falling back to where we were and switching the angle too. We do a lot of speed bench on decline, so not on incline, but it's not speed bench, but we do move it quickly, and we try to make sure that we're doing something that like a 6 sets of 6. It sounds like it would be a lot of weight, but with double mini bands or double monster mini bands, which we use, it limits the amount of bar weight we get on the bar. My raw guys we're all about 4 to 4. BJ's about 475. Yeah, so we're not super raw benchers because we don't really focus on it. And I attribute that to benching in the gear too much. Since I don't know where it started months ago, we just are always in a bench band or a bench shirt, and we never lifted raw. That's why you saw on Max Effort Night, it's getting back to raw lifting. BJ wants to work on his raw bench. I need to work on mine because, if your raw bench goes up, your shirt bench is going to go up, I think. Always worked in the past, but it's something we've neglected, but it's something that we need to do more of. And this is the perfect time to do it now. There's not a meet until October. There's a lot of time, so it's time to switch things up a little bit.
Alden, how does training look like for you when you want to peak? or just hit a big max?
Well, we're geared lifters. We lift in band shirts, so we like to do floor press we train in a bench band and a bench shirt. So when you train in a bench band, I have the super duper ones, and BJ's got the F8 Widowmaker, and so does Dan. Dan's got a Dark Side bench band. So we all have different degrees of strength bench bands. So we're in a bench band one week, shirt the next week, always trying to, we do decline with the bench band. We do floor press with the bench band. We do reverse band in our shirt, always switching up the exercises, trying to handle more weight, keeping that central nervous system awake of what weight we want to handle. And we've been talking about this the last few weeks of what's the new training program going to look like. And I said, I think it's smart to do a raw max effort, and then a bench band max effort, and then a shirt max effort. We kind of talked about putting the shirt away, and I don't agree with that. I think your CNS and I think your bone structure, you need to handle that weight. I mean, that's what you train for. And regardless if the meet's in October, you need to handle that weight at least every 3 weeks. You don't want to just throw it away and I'm going to just train raw until June, and then I'm gonna get back on my shirt. I think that's ridiculous.
That's not so right.
So, well, we have these are discussions we have. These are
a fine line. You don't want to do all raw or all shirt.
Yeah.
Alden, thank you very much, Ryan and Ashley. I really appreciate all your help, and thank you for the live streams. Much love, guys. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. It was awesome talking to you tonight.
And my peak for a big max is what worked for the guys recently. I'm a big fan of 5 weeks out doing something crazy on boards. Dan wanted to work full range a little bit more, get more confidence down at the bottom. I like to overload the top because I'm very confident that when I bring it down, these bench band shirts are going to get it off your chest, and we're pretty explosive. So we just got to get up to a 2 board and then spread the bar. So I like to do 3 board, 2 board, deload, opener. I usually do my opener to a 1 board in contests. So it's kind of the scheme we run into a meet, and it works. We tweaked a few things for certain people on this round. Dan did a few things he thought he needed, and that worked. And BJ did some things he wanted to do that he needed to work on. So, and it all came together. So
Davenport Barbell, I'll get you connected to Pete.
Thank you.
Yeah, cool.
Like to meet him.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Surprised he wasn't at the Arnold or somewhere. I'd probably walk right by him. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't see him, and I didn't see any posts of him there. But
I'm not a great deadlifter, I'll tell you that. Not very good. I suck.
You're 650.
660, lady.
660.
Hey, that's a big 10 pounds.
Weird.
If you go back to the Powerlifting USA article, I did 585 opener, 660 on a second, tried 705 on a third, and Scott Taylor wrote in Powerlifting USA it was near lockout. It didn't come off the ground. The bar bent, the weights didn't come off the ground.
Really?
But it was a close lift or something. It was thank you. Nobody saw it. I'll take that.
Howard Weingarten, I love the raw band and shirt max setup. I'm trying it after my meet.
That's what we came up with. It's a variable of things we need to do. One of our guys might not bench in a bench. He might go raw and then heavy in his shirt. So to each their own, you know. I just know that I like to incorporate, and I want to stay in the shirt. I don't want to neglect putting 1,000 pounds in my hand. You don't put 1,000 pounds in your hands for a long time, and then when the first time you do it, it's overwhelming, it's intimidating, it's freaking heavy, and I think you need to keep that training up there and handling those weights. Your body goes to sleep. It really does. Take a month off from the gym and go back and try to start. I always said, you know, if I would miss the gym for 2 weeks for some reason, it would take me 4 weeks to get back to where I was, to just double it. And I always felt that way. So, and I don't want to lose the ability to. I want to be comfortable under 1,000. I know I got to go up heavier and all that, but that's a good starting point. You know, 1,000, 1,100, you know, yada, yada, yada. But I don't want to neglect it. And I don't want my guys to not have their central nervous system totally fall asleep and get used to 400 and some chains raw.
800, 7 and 8.
Seven in a bench band and not handle. You got to handle 1,000 even in off season, man. Even if it's a board press or something or a reverse band press, you got to put weight on there. Keep those bones growing.
Anthony Jafolia. How should most lifters integrate/incorporate board bench into their training?
Well, West Side, it's a max effort exercise. So you pick a board. I like to do a 3 board, and then 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, floor press, 2 board, reverse band, 1 board. I know Keith Odell does a lot of full range work. We talked about that in training too, about touching more often, doing sets of 3 full range in the shirt. So there's a couple things we're gonna tweak in our arsenal, but as far as incorporating a board bench, I like to find where your sticky point is, what type of shirt you're wearing, and know where that point is. 2 board is always a good one. 1 board's a good one. We even got a half board. So I'm not a big fan of shirt benching on a 4 board because that's a tricep lockout up there. So 3 board is still up there for long limb lifters like myself. 3 board is still a push, but 2 board and 1 board. Like I said, I'm a 2 board champion right now. And I forgot to mention, on max effort, we were doing those rollbacks with that Duffalo bar with the kettlebells. And on the video in training, we were rolling it back and I was raising my head. And they kept telling me to pull your head back. Well, you know what that did? My neck has been hurting for like...
When you pull your head back?
Yeah, because they're yelling, pull your head back. So I kept my head back and my neck's been like not in the same place. Scares me a little bit because I know when I go full range lift, when I come down, I'm not going to be able to pull that back. Well, I probably could and then just be in pain again for who knows how long. I don't want surgery, so I'm afraid to push that. I might have to actually do like a little halberd thing and kind of pick up I don't want to do it, so I'm not a great technician of... Halbert was a guy that could maintain his arch, pull his head up, and this wouldn't come down. And then he would kick it back on the press. I'm going to have to...
Is that legal in most federations?
In some federations, you can't raise your head. This was WPO back in 2001. I watched him. I was like, this is... And Halbert, or Matt Lamarck was another one, I think, that kind of raised his head a little bit, but Halbert was the best. Raised his head and then pressed and kind of shot his head back. I always, as we bring the bar down in our gym, it's head back, chest up, head back, chest up. Yeah, that's gonna kill me. I don't know if I can do that. We're gonna find out.
Alden, for someone who doesn't do conjugate, what kind of sets and reps on bench press would you recommend they do throughout the year?
Oh, throughout the year, conjugate. You don't do conjugate, so do like a training block where you do a certain amount of reps for a few weeks, and the next go up and wait, and then wave back down. I don't think
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, something like that.
But don't do that all year. I mean, do it for a period of time and then switch to something else, and don't do it all year. You're gonna want to do different things throughout the year, different phases of your training throughout the year.
And it depends on what's are you trying to put muscle on, hypertrophy work,
Getting ready for a meet.
Getting ready for a meet, or is this just volume training, etc., etc.? I mean, there's a lot of things we need to break down here. But sets and reps on the bench press, I mean, you
5
can't.
sets of 5, 6 sets of 6, 8 sets of 8.
That's good volume, but I think where do you handle heavier weights though? Where's your, I'm not saying do singles or anything, but if you're gonna go to meet, you gotta do a single. So 6 months out from a meet. So what we usually do is if we're
6 months out from a meet.
6 months. So if about 3 months out, which is 12 weeks, that's usually where we start our training for the meet. But when you're 3 months before that, I train like a bodybuilder. I really do. I do a lot of volume, full range bench presses, 5 5s, 5 sets of 3. I don't do max singles, but I like to do not even 2s, like 5 sets of 3. Go to a weight, you can do 5 sets of 3 reps, 5 sets of 5. Have a volume day where you do like 315 for 3 sets of 15. I mean, these are just things that I did back in the day. Because you come off a meet, it's just kind of fun to break it up and do something different, and switch the rigmarole up a little bit. But you have 3 months of kind of what you want to do, but I still think you need to, at some point, even if it's a 1 board or a half board or a 2 board, you got to handle some near maximal weight.
He says, how often should you use heavy weight as his next question?
Oh, once every 3 weeks would be good. 5 5, 5 3. Try a single, but singles, sometimes people get hurt doing singles, so I don't know if I really recommend that. I mean, you don't want to go in there and your head's not in the game, might have had a bad day, you're just not focused, things happen in life, and you get in there and you're just like, I know I got to do this, I got to max out, and you do it, and you're not tight, and you don't want to get hurt. So a lot of times I go by feel. Like if I come in and it feels like I can push it up a little bit, I push it up. I always try to push it. I never come in and if I can do 5 sets of 3 and like the first set is like speed work, I'll put another 20 pounds in the bar.
Right.
Yeah, I always try to push it up a little bit, even if it's just 5 pounds on the side.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I do.
That was the last one.
There's a lot of different ways to train. I mean, it's we're not all cut from the same cloth, and you so you know when you're that far out from a meet, it might be a good time to work on more shoulders, more lat work, and other things. Because when you get close to a meet, we focus more on the shirt, lift, press, etc., heavy triceps, and a lot of times we neglect certain things. We didn't do a lot of overhead pressing, a lot of seated dumbbells, but not heavy. So our shoulders have really lagged. I mean, as you saw us doing, it was a 55-pound bar, but 135 and 145. I mean, we didn't.
It's a humbling exercise.
Yeah, I mean, I see, Daniel Rajov, 405, and we need to get that strong. So that's right now is a time for us to build up our shoulders. I think that's a weak point because a lot of my guys in the crew don't like to do standing overhead press. It's a hard movement. It's a jolting thing. It's a humbling exercise, but it's something we need to increase. And I'm not saying do overhead press every workout. We do seated dumbbells. We'll do plate raises, but overhead pressing. I mean, big guys with big overhead presses have big benches. So
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of strongmen that don't even practice bench very often, but when they go to bench, they're pretty strong. And because they do so much shoulder overhead work.
One thing that we were noticing though on the speed bench was our front delts, and that jolting pressing movement was really affecting our pressing ability on max effort day. So that's why we dropped the speed bench, and it didn't affect anybody. So see, things in training that I know work, and taking them out, I was like, is this going to work? It worked. So I learned along the way now that we can do this and it works. We can do this and it works. But I still think we need to bring up some lagging muscle groups, because nobody on our crew is a great shoulder press champion. And that's something we're going to be working on. I hate to use the word a weak point, but we need to work harder on our shoulder presses.
Ashley, how did you get into, from Davenport Barbell? Ashley, how did you get into powerlifting?
I got that story.
You want to tell it?
Yeah, she came to the gym one day on a Saturday.
Well, I started at the gym because I got in trouble. I was kind of
boozer.
Yeah, I was kind of a party girl, and I got in trouble. I was still living with my parents, and I got in trouble. Like I had been in trouble a couple times, and I got arrested, and my parents were not happy about it.
My kind of girl.
And my dad said that I had too much time on after I graduated high school. I had too much time on my hands. I was going to CBC, but I didn't have a job or any, and I still had extra time. So he said, you need to either get a job or go to the gym. And I was like, I'll go to the gym. So I went to the gym, and so I was just kind of training for, learning how to train. And then I saw these guys, and you want to finish the story?
Yeah, you stumbled in there on a Sunday, because that was our max effort day, and
I rode my bike there.
You rode your bike there
all night the night before.
Been up all night drinking, came in drunker than a skunk, and was hitting on me, and I thought it was just a one-time thing. And I think I told you, this is what we do, this is how we live, and you're competing in how many weeks? It was 2? Because we had
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3. I said, you're competing, and you put your shit together, and you benched what?
115.
115, and you missed
120, 125. Well, I forgot the pause.
You forgot the pause, but you came back and you took the wrist straps off and threw them on the ground. I was impressed. You missed the lift and you were pissed. I was like, perfect. Yep, and that's where it all began. And I want
stupid. I could have got it. I forgot the press coming out.
I want her to be a bench press specialist, but one day she decided to deadlift 135, and I didn't like it. Now she's deadlifting more than I can do. What do I got to do to compete with you? 900? Because you're like 3 times wide. Fuck that. Yeah, so now you're a deadlift squat person and full power. Too much work for me.
I wasn't good enough at bench to be a bench specialist.
Well,
we got a bench specialist with what my bench was for a while.
That's true.
I mean, it's still not, but it was really bad.
You're a good squatter and deadlifter, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically getting in trouble and my dad making that decision to
a fork in the road,
make me choose either the gym or a job. And then the job fell in place because I ended up getting offered a job at the gymnastics place that I was super excited about. So things just kind of fell in place, but it's kind of a really brilliant parenting move.
You ran into the right crew.
Yeah.
That's when we had a pretty strong 12-people crew.
Oh, there were a bunch of people there. Yeah.
Hey, we've seen them come and we've seen them go on this team.
Yeah.
So sometimes there's 12, sometimes there's 1. But you know who keeps going? That's me.
Yeah.
Even if I get pissed and move to Florida because I have to wake up Paul Roch on a Saturday morning to come hand off for me. I had to knock on his bedroom window at 9 in the morning.
Did he come?
Yeah, he came, but every freaking, because he's an all-nighter partier, he's quit fucking lifting. So I got fed up. But yeah, that's how you got into powerlifting. Now you're
And then
still doing it.
Kinda...
Now you're Arnold Classic Grand Champion every time you go out there.
So that was, that was a really good move that my dad made that probably changed the course of my life forever. So grateful for him for making me join a gym. And I fell in love. Howard Weingarten. I remember someone at Westside saying that they would roll a towel up and place it under their neck when benching when their neck hurt, and it would relax the muscles in it. That might be
A
something true.
towel.
That might be something true.
Howard, I might thank you in an email because I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Can you do that in a meet?
I doubt it.
How could it affect the bench or
How does underwear affect your bench?
well, the USPA you can't have
That is weird.
you have to wear whitey tighties. You can't wear spandex or whatever they are.
Nope.
Yeah.
Stupid.
USPA, aren't they shut down? Aren't they done? Did they get hammered?
They're a shell
By
of what
goop?
they once were.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not the same, and they never will be.
I'm gonna try it, Howard. I'm gonna try it in training. It's not a
Yeah.
hand towel. It's a towel. Like roll it up and yeah.
Wouldn't you want like a medium-sized towel?
I don't know. I'm gonna try anything.
Seems like
That
maybe
help.
that would be a little bit big.
I just don't want to keep fucking that area up because eventually they're gonna cut my neck open or cut my throat. I won't do the what they call it fusion.
No.
I'm gonna do a disc replacement. And that's through here, the crease in your neck, cut me open. So I know a guy in the gym that had that same problem I had with can't hold the weight, and he had a disc replacement, fixed it. But I don't like surgery, man. Alden.
You said earlier you could have broken the world record in 7 years rather than 14 if you could go back in time with everything you know now. What would you have changed exactly?
Well, I would have took everything that I knew that I did, got me to 733, and that was in 2000, in June 2000. I got up to 733. I figured out some things. I sat down with a pad and pen and a calendar, and I mapped out some things, and I came up with that. But that only worked, that kept me at 700. But how am I going to get to 800? So it was when I met Louie, and he taught me the West Side stuff that took me to 800. So I would have done
Started the
conjugate sooner, and I would have trained I would have ate more. I didn't at the time. I was 21, 22. We were drinking. We'd go to the gym, bench, and go to 7-Eleven, get a 40 ounce and some Rhodes Gold. My buddy and I. So it was just, I would have took it more seriously and from the beginning. Yeah, because I half-assed it and didn't realize drinking affected my lifting until 1997. That's when I quit drinking, and I've told that story before. 2 months later, I went from a 512 bench to a 556 bench. Just quit drinking on the weekend. So there's a lot of changes I would have made in lifestyle and training. And I would have took somehow, I know bands and chains weren't even like around if I could go back, but I would
Think they were at Westside, weren't they?
I didn't know West Side. There was no, that was a little bit later, 99, I think. I don't know. But I would have done my method up to a certain point, then the West Side method, and increased my calorie intake. I didn't realize how to get big until Paul Roch told me these raw egg shakes he made me eat, drink, six extra large eggs, quarter cup of dry milk, whole milk, and chocolate syrup. And I was like, well, that's great for protein, but I got to have some calories. So I had to do oats and a scoop of vanilla ice cream in there, or ice cream sandwich in there in the blender. But believe me, I've done it all. And if I would have got my body weight up a little higher. The technique, I would have had my feet where they should be, where I changed them in 2007. So put all those things together. It might have happened even in a short period of time. Who knows?
Hard to say.
Once
It worked out for you, though.
Marty McFly and his DeLorean comes back, I'll get in that thing and I'll head back and change history.
There you go. Howard Weingarten. Yeah, about a medium-sized towel, and I'm not sure of how thick it was, but play around with it.
Yeah, because I know when I lay on the bench, I got a little bit of space back there, so that would definitely help. Yeah, I'm gonna try it, Howard.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because it's irritated today. Those bastards kept saying, "Don't raise your head. Put your head back." Okay. And it's been sore.
Alden. Ryan, when did you start benching? How strong were you when you were 21, 22, 23, and 24?
21. That would be. I was benching 365 raw at 212 in 95 and 21. 22. That's a blur. What would that have been? 996. 22. I was benching in an Inzer Blast shirt, 390. Same year, I would buy a shirt from Inzer, and I would do 457. 23. 23. I was benching 512 in a Inzer double poly, drinking on the weekends. And 24 was a good year because that's when I quit drinking. Did the 556, 617, 650, and I got fucking on the ball. That I got rid of some dumbass woman that I was with that was a piece of junk, and I said, focus, I'm gonna do this. Fuck drinking. Had to lose a friend because he was into math. So that's kind of about when I met Paul Roch and the crew, and we kind of formed a bench crew, and we did the circuit. You know, Wabdell would come to Salem, Oregon. We would go there in February. In March, it would come to my town. We would do it here. June, it would go to Springfield. We'd go there. So, September, Gus would have a meet in Post Falls, Idaho. We'd go there. And then Gus would always have his worlds in Portland in November. We would go there. But we would train our asses off. But after the meet, we did booze up a little bit. That was always something to look forward to. But that was just a one-night thing. Come back and get our ass back on the ball. So that's a little trip down memory lane.
Anthony Japolia. How do you feel about the involvement of the rear delt in the bench and how to train it?
That's your base. Long time ago, I remember a bodybuilder in the gym, and I was front delt dominant. He stood me up and he goes, "Turn in the mirror. See how built you are here, and you're flat in the back." And that's something Louis says. You know, your upper back's your base, and you got to have that. I do a lot of face pulls at various levels, and we do that rear delt machine. And you got to be thick back there too. Stand sideways in the mirror. If you're this big here and you're flat in the back, you got a muscular imbalance and a weakness. So you want to train those that upper back there, the real deltoid area. You want shoulders, shoulders this round, not shoulders flat and this round in the front. That's what I used to be. I didn't know any better. I never trained rear delts. I always trained just a bench. But they're important.
Yeah, you taught me that right off.
The weak link in the chain. Like I said, 1,000-pound triceps, 1,000-pound delts, and 20-pound pecs, and you know you got to have it strong everywhere. Even though if your pecs aren't really involved in a maximum effort bench, if you do it correctly, you know. So they're like Louis calls them stabilizers. Louis, I miss you.
You know, it was sad to be at Westside without him.
That was
Stuff.
I couldn't. We went to Westside, and I didn't even walk around the other. I didn't want to go too far in the gym. I just stayed by the dumbbell rack and talked to Tom Waddle, a real cool guy, old West Sider. Told some West Side stories.
Really good stories. He's got a lot of good Louis stories.
Yeah, that was tough.
Good West Side stories. No, it was very sad.
Not the same.
No, it totally wasn't the same. Alden, what do you think the common mistakes are for mid 300 benchers that are getting stuck?
You're doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. It's insanity. So whatever you've done to get to 300, you think is going to get you to 400, but it's not going to get you there. So you got to change something up. I don't know what your lifestyle looks like. I don't know if you drink. I don't know if you go out and what you do. Do you put 110% into what you're doing in the gym? Are you doing the same movement? I think switching up exercises, volume, sets, reps, and doing things that are hard. I always like to do stuff that nobody likes to do, like real hard stuff, not fun stuff. Everybody likes to do reverse band press because it's like a yeah, you can do a lot of weight and it's yada yada yada. But one of my favorite exercises is double light bands, and BJ brought this up. No, Nate did. He saw me do 500 in a double light band. When you double a light band on a bar, it's 180 pounds at the top. Plus 45, it's 225 at the top with no weight on the bar. That's one of my favorites. That's a hard lift. And nobody likes to do it. It's a humbling exercise because everybody fails at plate and quarter. I go up to 4 plates sometimes, which makes it 600 at the top roughly. So that's one of my favorite exercises. But you got to start getting some chains, bands, some type of different stimuli so your body starts making progress again. So you're stuck because things, you're not getting, the muscles are just like doing it half asleep. You know, you've been doing the same thing and they're not gonna grow. New stimuli. That's why we always switch our exercises and sets and reps. I always try to put a different size kettlebell on the bar. I've never done extensions with a Duffalo with kettlebells. I just made that up in 5 seconds. I was like, we got to do an extension movement. What bar? Duffalo with hanging kettlebells. And I went over there purposely and got the heavier ones that they don't like with the red tape on them. They like the blue tape because those are like 26 pounds, but the red ones are 49.5. So I want to make it hard. And yeah, I'm going to push these guys, even if they're this far out from a meet. They're gonna train hard, and sometimes they have to put their mouthpiece in for some of the assistance exercises because they're great. You know, that's another thing too I believe in is mouthpieces. Years I've lifted without them, and I've cracked in 2000, and I went to the dentist 2009, and I had 3 cracked molars, and that's from biting down in your teeth when you're benching. So anytime you're going heavy and gritting like that, getting a UFC style, just a basic mouth guard, protect your teeth because you'll crack molars. I did.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They say, you got 3 cracked molars. You need 3 crowns. How much is that? That's $3,000. Okay. My insurance covers a little bit of that.
Would have been cheaper just to get the little $5 mouthpiece.
If I would have known.
Yeah.
And I think I read one time I was sitting in the gym and they had these blue, what gym? Rab Fitness. He had those blue workout catalogs, and I in the bathroom sitting looking through it, and I read an article where a mouthpiece will add 2 to 3% to your maximal effort lift just by having a mouthpiece. I didn't know that.
That's true.
Scientific data. I don't know. I just read it. I don't know. I'll take 1%.
Yeah.
We'll take 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Alden, thanks so much, guys. Have a great night. Thank you. You have a
Alden,
great
you
night
too.
It was awesome talking to you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Hey, long show. What the hell's going on?
Yeah,
No one's here
guys-
anymore. Everybody's got to go to bed. It's like
I
midnight
know,
on the East Coast.
we gotta get to bed, guys.
Yeah, Cold's asleep right now. Jesus, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, so we'll see what happens next week. If I get usually Saturday, I'll text somebody if they want to be a guest. So we'll see what happens Saturday, how my day goes, and we'll see what happens next week.
But we'll be here regardless.
We'll be here regardless. Even if it's just me and you're in the hospital, I'll still be here.
Thanks.
Or we'll shoot it from the hospital.
There you go.
Yeah.
Still bed.
Whatever it takes. We're not quitters. All right. Gotta
All right,
eat.
guys.
Gotta have my dinner.
Thank you so much for joining us. It was so nice chatting with you guys and spending a couple hours with you. Hope you guys have a great Friday tomorrow, a great weekend.
Weekend.
And a great week. See you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.